Okay, we're gonna find out here in a moment if this stream thing is working. Using the new streaming interface, so we'll find out. Oh boy, this is really odd. Wow, okay, that's not even the thumbnail I put on this, and that's great to know that YouTube is just phenomenal in that regard. Wow, okay, that's not even the Hey there, Colin. What's up? I was experimenting with the new live stream interface with YouTube, and my word, it's atrocious. So one sec here. I'm just gonna go back and figure out why this is so awful. This is my word. Oh yeah, because your phone calibration's wrong. That's great. Hey, Seb Beals, what's up, man? So what's funny is for whatever reason, it's got the wrong. Oh my word! I was using the latest YouTube, whatever you call it, like their live stream interface, and it's just awful. Oh, you're on your laptop now, so your laptop is still the wrong color. That's nice. Hey, Gabber, what's up, man? How you doing? Hmm. I want to fight you so bad in real life, Colin. It's gonna be great. Just great. How's the audio of me talking right now? Is it okay? This is a very loud Dreamcast. Audio's good? Alright. So on Drink of the Night, IPA Voodoo Ranger. Sounds good? Alright, that's good to know. Mic audio's good, all that? You can hear the fan and everything. Yeah, Dreamcast is nice and loud. My god, that's a loud Dreamcast. I just picked this one up not too long ago, so I'm going to move it a ways away after I unplug the controller. Move that as far away from the mics as I possibly can. Because my god, that is a loud Dreamcast. Yeah. But wow. Yeah, the new live streaming interface for YouTube is just awful, so that's great. Yeah, this video still looks solid, especially for the 99. Freaking easily on par with stuff you'd see on the PS2. No, no, Gabber, what I'm talking about is so when the with basically with YouTube now, they have a over the top type like studio interface through your YouTube account, and I was playing with that, trying to see if that would actually help the stream actual notifications that could get out to people. And no, it did not, because it, for whatever reason, reverted. Even though I uploaded new stuff to it, it reverted it back to the last live stream I did in terms of like NES Live. Yeah, I would assume like I don't really use Twitch that often. I'd assume like their dashboard, but it's just real bad. But yeah, it's YouTube, so nothing ever really works. Why did that light turn out? Yeah, so I get 1 sec. I gotta. My God, everything's breaking. What's going on here? And squeaky chair. There we go. All right. Hey Rex, what's up, man? How you doing? The fork of chrome that I used. Okay. Hmm. All right. Remember what save file I have on this guy. I think that's the right one. Hmm. Yeah, it can be a little floaty at times. What do you think they're calling? But how you guys doing? Oh, you're one of those poor folks. Okay. That's a bummer, Rex. Yeah, when I got mine, I did not have that problem. Oh, I have the game audio turned down a bit. 1 sec. Oh, is nothing coming through? Hey, John, what's up, man? Really? You hate it? Oh, that's a bummer. Oh, yeah, 1 sec there, Milo. I find, my Razor Ripsaw, for whatever reason, gets really angry when I do certain things. So let me go ahead and see if I can fix that. Oh, you're going to see my mug here in a sec. Sorry, 1 sec. How's it going?
Better get going!
That'll be deafening. How's that for you folks? There we go.
Better get going!
That is very loud. Yeah, that happens. Go ahead and turn that down. How's that? Good? Trying to work out a proper memorial for a regular... Oh, that's a bummer, man. The black better get going. Remember, this is the part with the giant swimming, like what would you call them? Like concrete serpents. Yeah, I remember more. Yeah. Missed the track. Oh god. No! Oh god, no! Oh, no, no, no! Oh man, I haven't played this game in a while. Yeah. Alright, this one's good now? Alright, let's get going. I think the issue that Sonic suffers from when he went 3D was that, unfortunately, they kind of, to maintain that whole speed illusion, they left the platforming aspects kind of behind and went to this kind of on-rails running aspect. Which, I mean, isn't terrible. I think for the time it was kind of understandable. But it wasn't really as great a game mechanic. Oh my gosh. There's some, like, outright frustrating aspects of this game. Like, especially like on the Eggman Sky Carrier, there's like this weird one where they like gravity shift the when you're playing, so the direction you hit like inverts. Oh, this is the part I despise. I think it's possible for Sonic to be made into a great 3D game. I thought Sonic Generations did it pretty good. In terms of the way they tied stuff together. I thought Sonic Forces... Oh, ah, crap. That's not what I meant to do. At all. I was drinking beer. And, Man, the stream is starting out real bad. Let's go ahead and start over, having wasted that extra life. Resident Evil. Yes, I have the code for Veronica. Now, my problem is I haven't played enough Resident Evil to really know what I'm doing most of the time. Other guys like Avalanche Jared and stuff like that like just absolutely love those games. Really? Gotta be clear of that guy. Miscalculated that landing. Turn this down just a hair. Use RF for his video. Hmm.
Press this switch to raise the water level.
This is that one part. Well, not despise the game, I despise the, having to raise the water level and ride on the, glitchy water snake. I should really enjoy this game. Yeah, unfortunately, I was never really too into Resident Evil. So when they announced a remake, it really wasn't a huge thing for me. Oh no. I'll wait for the snake to come back around. How's everybody's night going so far? Ah, this is the wrong exit point. Hey Cameron, how you doing, man? Pickle Dog, how you doing? This, I feel like this version of Sonic has some of the loosest platforming. Very much like my camera to look at the snake. There we go. So I remember like this thing when it takes the turns, like I've fallen off this stupid snake before. I'm like, no! I'll drink some more beer, one sec. Finish my design. Just chilling, alright. Oh my god, why is the camera doing this to me? Hi there, camera. I would like... Don't kill me. Do not kill me. There we go. The buttons in the center. Yeah, that's the one thing that really, like, hurts the Dreamcast, the lack of a second analog stick. I just gotta go fast. Fall off a freaking cliff. Started playing Murder Business Mech Game Battletech. I've not heard of that one. Sounds fun though. Okay. How do I get... How do I get out of the mirror? Oh dear God. I don't think I've ever actually, I'll sit here and drink and ponder my existence for a moment as to why I'm stuck in this little light. Still playing Borderlands. I never got into Borderlands. And... yeah. Okay, there we go. So I thought I was lined up to that, so that's frustrating. Jesus. Oh dear God. This is legit stressing me out right now. It's like when you're stuck in the garage with like no, like you're out to turn the breaker on. Oh, it's similar. Oh, okay. Stuck in a X-Hagam. Okay. Oh God, I vaguely remember when I was a kid playing a demo for a MechWarrior game that was just like that. It's a quick 2 level, it would be 410. Let's try not. Oh God. I do feel like this is still one of the best 3D Sonic games. Like they kind of plateaued a bit. But hope you guys are having a good night so far.
Use the switch to light up the wall panels. You can walk on those panels when lit.
can't kill it? Oh. Apparently I can kill it after I attack it.
Use the switch to light up the wall panels.
Oh,
You
spiffy
can
afternoon,
walk
huh?
on those panels when lit.
How are things going in Australia right now, Colin? Oh boy. I have no idea what I just did there. Quite badly, huh? Oh yeah, you guys have a lot of wildfires. Sonic Robo Blast is my favorite Sonic 3D game. Or 3D Sonic game. I've actually never played that one. Okay. Oh, walk on the wall right now? Oh. Thanks, Rex. That would take me entirely too much time to figure out. Oh my god. Oh god. Alrighty. Yeah, I recall hearing about the Australian wildfires. Now I see why I hate this game. Oh my god. The thing that kills me sometimes about this game is the, sometimes the jump is unresponsive. Happens once in a great while, but yeah. Yeah, this game definitely has a problem with not knowing what it wants to be. Just one of those ambitious titles from time, you know? Like, I'm really glad it came out when it did. Oh my god. I'm gonna drink some more. Sorry. Yeah, I remember one of my favorite games of all time, Omicron Nomad Soul, was this really interesting game that wanted to be a lot of things. like FPS, like RPG, first-person shooter, fighter, some platforming. So I wanted to be like all those things. Hey, how you doing, man?
Use the switch to light up the wall panels. You can walk on those panels when lit.
Oh, just drinking beer and playing Sonic Adventure and being real bad and probably losing subscribers in the process. I wouldn't have it any other way. That's what I live for. What's really shifted me off is that there's... Wait, really? They don't want to do backburning? We're going to do a Bass Pro Shops? No, I can't say I have, man. I don't really fish that often. I think the last time I was in any place that sold anything fish-related was at Fort Leonard Wood when I was buying a fishing license. Oh my god. That is frustrating. Alright. I'm going to open another beer. One sec. No, California does considerable burning. But California's also having one of its driest decades in a long time. Bass Pro Shops is like the monument to the Americana. But when stuff gets drier, it gets kind of harder and harder to prevent fires from happening. Yes, Pickle Dog, please. It's a monument to Americana. The funny thing is, I lived in California for about 15 some odd years. Oh my god. It's more like me dying in a second. But yeah, in California for 15 years, and I lived in Humboldt County, which was just crazy green and wet and rained all the time. Probably like 200 and something days of the year was raining there. And so when people were telling me there was a drought in California, I'm like, nuh-uh. Explode, wow. Really? $300 for a Moist Nougat? That's, way overpriced. I think I bought mine 10 years ago for like 50 bucks. Australia's more video game enemies for real life. Yeah, I still enjoy this game. I mean, it has its frustrating moments. I mean, what game doesn't, though? Straight up. I just avoid that. Okay, I've been playing this dumb. Wow, you're moistening out for $300. That is not worth it. The other thing that's really nice about the Moist to God is how cheap the ammo is for them. Just realized, let's the EU is attacked. Okay. I was not expecting that. That's very frustrating. Undertaker Ray, how's it going? Hey, Zeromancer, what's up, man? Yeah, I'm not surprised. I was so Zero. I was playing with the new streaming, I guess you would call it, taskbar overlay or whatever that YouTube makes you use, and it was all kinds of messed up. But the funny thing is, it was asking me whether or not the stream was for children, and I'm like, well, no. But then it was like very, very glitchy. So I'm kind of surprised. But yeah, I'm actually not surprised. That went to a blank stream. Oh, wow. It's nice to know YouTube's looking out for me in that regard. I assume it has something to do with the fact they're trying to force me to the new stream interface or whatever. What did Gabber call it? But yeah, I guess it's trying to force me to that, so I'm assuming it probably is just snuffing me a little bit because I'm not using their new little system. Ah, yeah. Blank streaming. Come enjoy the blank stream. Oh, like, again? Ah. I deserve everything that's happened to me in my life for that. It's like it just takes an annoying amount of time to get back up there, and then it just... Oh my god. Twitch dashboard. Thank you, Gavin. Yeah, the new YouTube dashboard. Oh my god. That is so frustrating. Yeah, I think this is where the Sonic Adventure kind of frustrates. Yeah, frustrates is right. I think they went into these really interesting mechanics like this, but they didn't kind of make it more player friendly. I mean, neat idea. I'll give it that. Just holy crap, does it go on too long at times. Relieved at this part, though. My brain disappears when people refer to this game as retro. Highest mountain in Australia is like a mile and a half tall. Oh, wow. The drink. Wait, what? Art school, should say. It's semi-classics to be retro. We have to have a new emulating. Vintage and rare, the Chex Quest. Oh god. Yeah. I think the American consumer for anything over 10 years old is retro at this point. Oh, jeez. So I apologize. Some of you in the audience might end up testing your sanity watching me play this and just becoming more and more frustrated. So I apologize in advance. I understand you have literally limitless entertainment at your fingertips, and I want to thank you for making the wrong decision in that regard. Have to move more slowly, yeah. I'm getting, I'm rushing too much. Gotta be... Requires a surgeon catch. Yeah, 'cause, yeah, look at that, you can fly off this wall crazy fast. Oh my god. So if you touch that lip, and if it's moving, you actually can't jump. It doesn't matter if you hit the jump button or not. Oh god. Well, I have a collection of old games. Really, drinking age 18, nice. Jeez. Was it Sonic Adventure 2 that was on GameCube? Look, I know Sonic Adventure came out now, it's on Steam. I guess that counts as an official release. I think it might have been a... God, wasn't there a PS2 collection? Okay, one more. Alright, Ale. Where am I trying to go from here? Fuck, I very much like to move the camera. Alright, so just go very, very slow. It's against the whole mantra of Sonic. There we go, that all took 3.5 hours.
Yeah, not bad.
There's one thing I like about Australia is in regards you turn 18, you get all adult stuff. Yeah, it's 21 here. Booze, marriage, jail, Right to sign your name and paperwork. Oh.
Whoa, what's this? A mural.
Hey, Cat Retro, what's up, man? How you doing? What do we get to Tomb Raider? Oh, hell yeah, man.
What's this place?
God, I remember seeing the
Where
freaking
am I?
Demolition Man one at the
This is
freaking movie
really
theaters when I was a kid.
weird.
That was a great pinball. Uh-oh. It's on fire. Oh god, all the dead chows. That's terrible.
Why?
So
Why does
nice.
this have to happen? It's terrible.
Turning around and looking at him.
I must stop this now.
Okay, Amy, you're gonna stop it now? It's 99, not 90s. Still counts as the 90s. But I like to think that, like, 1999 and 2005 were a special time in the world when, like, Razor flip phones and all that stuff was happening. Because, like, phones were continuing on that trend of getting smaller and smaller, and then we discovered we could do stuff on the screen, and they got bigger and bigger.
Eggman.
Sure it is. It's a taillight.
What's he doing here? Well, never mind. This time I'll get him good.
One thing I could say about US is when it comes to gun laws. Yeah, they vary state to state, and a lot of that has to do with population density, things along those lines. Oh yeah, Limp Bizkit, yeah. Oh god, no, I need to... Let's quit out of that. Did not want to play this level again. Yeah, on this version it was did take a while. Yeah, because you have the first level, which is like the whale one in this one. And then you go and rescue Tails. And then you don't see Eggman until you get back to, Yeah, it's kind of a while, actually, in this game. Released because I thought it would be good. Yeah, because the Green Hill Zone, it didn't take hardly any time. Oh man, I forgot when the Dreamcast came out, it was pretty great. Such BS how it got completely snubbed by the PS2. Yeah, the only downside Dreamcast had lack of second analog stick. That could have changed its stars. I was kind of laughing when I saw the, is it the Razr 2, or what are they calling it now? Because they have that smartphone Razr with the actual, like, foldable touchscreen. Jimmy, what's going on, man? I will try to be. So in 10 hours, that'd be... yeah, so like 8 a.m. my time, 7 a.m. my time. I can try to be up for that. I'm not sure how I can hang out. My wife probably won't want me to hang out. Are you, what are you doing, Jimmy? This is not what I wanted to have happen here. Hi. Yeah, Jimmy, if you want to join chat, man, let me know. I'd love to BS with you for a minute. Favorite Saturn apologist. 100% true. You can come in midstream, hey Biggie. Oh. Yeah, Jimmy, let me know, man. I would love to bring you on for a bit. Hang out and talk. It's Sonic Adventure 1 Retro. Or Captain. What is one commission? Oh, for a few? How long is a few? Don't watch out now. But I'm willing to wait. Okay. What am I looking for right now? I realize you've already been playing this for an hour, and I think I spent the majority of that time playing a single level. Okay, so we got that. That's not there, that. Toggle the camera around. Ugh. What does that take me? Turn them all in. Yeah, that makes sense. Turn them all into the nuke sign. Extremely racist genius. Can't be racist. He's Asian, right? Not sure exactly what I'm doing here. So I ordered 2 Sony Handycam. Oh, hell yeah, man. That's awesome. I'm glad to hear you're up in your production quality. Yeah, okay. down the stairs. Leave this here. Oh, cool effect. The door. Can't open that door. Secret here. I'm missing it. Just know it. Thunder of Paradise! God, it's very... it's a shame there were no FMV games on the Dreamcast. I feel like it would have been a powerhouse for such a game platform. Oh, yeah, it's, for whatever reason, Indigo, I was using the, new interface that YouTube offers for, streaming, and it was just putting out all kinds of random crap. Oh yeah, is there a Thunder Paradise pinball? I'd play the crap out of that. Alright, let's go ahead and go back outside. And see if we can find what I'm doing wrong. I really think Sega could have saved itself, provided they built a VCR. Okay, so we did this level. Can't seem to get any further in that thing, even though I would assume that would be where I need to go next. But I'm clearly not doing the puzzle correctly. Imagine all 5 of us would just buy the crap out of that pinball machine. I'm gonna go this way and I see a ladder. I've gone too far. Although the camera physically in this game just can't pan through things. You can't physically see things at times. Is it crashing right now? So I would assume this is where I need to go, because this is the most, all the paths lead to here. Yeah. 200 Thunder of Paradise. Selling like hotcakes. I think it'd be ridiculous. I think it's a big shame Yahel's not here to talk about it. Okay, what's the puzzle? What is the puzzle here? There's a combination to turn all these things on. That one does that. That one does that. It just turns that one on. That one turns those two on. Aha! Oh my god, you go up the ramp. Got it! Did it. Okay. Oh god, lasers. Oh my god. I thought I was getting on a spring pad there, but yeah, whatever. Whatever, I'll kill myself.
Hey, let go!
Okay. Nope, hit the... No, I want to hit the... Oh, god damn. I hit the... There we go. Checkpoint. There are certainly some design choices they could have made that would have been better on that part, but yeah. Hey, Kevin Ball, what's up, man? How you doing? Oh, and I just killed myself. Fantastic. I'll catch you later. Catch you later, man. Thanks for dropping by. Ale. Oh my god. So I find the, either it's my Dreamcast controller or just the A button at times in the Dreamcast can be a tad unresponsive in this game. So I like killing myself. Oh, the Xbox Series X? Oh god. I think one of the advantages that Sony has at the moment is the fact that your average, like, consumer understands, you know, like, counting, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you know? That's a pretty easy concept for a consumer to understand. As unfortunately, like, Xbox, in this weird vein to be original, keeps coming up with completely different names for their freaking consoles. So Xbox One, Xbox One S, Xbox One X, now the Xbox Series X. And it's like, just, Jesus, just pick a freaking simple freaking name. Because right now I think consumers are just confused about the property. Where do I need to go? It's not- Hey, Kevin, I was seeing that funny thing where people were called the Xbox One. Oh, what is it called? It was that people would shorten the Xbox One instead of saying Xbone. It was shortened to the One? Really? That's dumb that they thought that would even be a thing. Instead, like whenever now that they refer to the original, I have to say original Xbox as opposed to Xbox One. Now I'm like, oh, when I say Xbox One, I'm referring to the latest freaking console. It's such an irritating naming nomenclature they're going for. Oh yeah, no, yeah. The reason why it's called the Xbox because it was basically they were developing it on their own free time while working at Microsoft using DirectX type software. That's where it came from. It's pretty fascinating because like a lot of the stuff Microsoft learned about making game consoles they learned while working with Sega on the Dreamcast. So it's kind of really unfortunate that like Sega got boned. They spent all that time developing and helping teach Microsoft how to do things on consoles, and then Microsoft just turned around and made their own. But pretty much by that time, though, Sega was out of the game as soon as Xbox announced the sorry, as soon as Microsoft announced the Xbox. So, the triple Xbox that you're going for, Gabber? I'll be right back, guys. Alrighty, we're back. Let's see here. I think they called it the Scarlet, like prototype name. Huh. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what Microsoft is thinking right now. They're clearly getting their ass kicked by the PS4, which, yeah. I don't know, it's one of those things they really have to sit there and reevaluate the way they're approaching the strategy. Just kind of go like, I don't know, the thing I find really odd about this generation of consoles is they haven't been doing the head-on type stuff they used to do, where they like would challenge their competitor in like the commercial and say all kinds of tragic stuff. But then Microsoft also just hasn't had very many good exclusives, because pretty much every exclusive Microsoft has been game franchises that were already established on the 360. Hey Xander, how's it going? Yeah, so like Gears of War, Halo, and unfortunately the last couple Halo games have been pretty underwhelming in just about every facet of the imagination. Excuse me. Yeah, I don't know what happened to sexy looking consoles. 360, sexy looking console. No, sorry. The 3DO, sexy looking console. Genesis 1 and 2, sexy looking consoles. God, man, freaking Sega CD Model 1, man, that is a sexy looking piece of hi-fi. But no. Now it's just a black box that goes in your freaking entertainment center. It's just boring. Have you seen the Wrestling Game Picture? I certainly have. Because I took the time to go ahead and filter that. put Photoshop filters on to make it look like a painting. Lots of human love is a bondage. Oh man, good stuff. I have no idea what I'm supposed to be doing right now. But this room keeps spawning more and more of these things. The ladder? Ow. There we go. I just love the idea of being the contractor putting this place together. Like, yeah, you know, this game at times. So frustrating. Banged my name last night. Ah, good stuff. We're doing our part. Would you like to know more? I have no idea what the point of this little piece here is. It puts you right there. Oh. Come on, we can do this. They put the super speed shoes in a part where I'm like using fans the majority of the time. Again, that the delayed jump, I love it. I love it so much. So who's gonna watch Star Wars on the 20th? I am really not excited about this one. Where am I supposed to be right now? Here? Hmm. Yeah, we might, Jimmy. Let me know when you're ready to join the stream, man. Weary? Yeah, if I could actually. And the first two cuts. Oh God, I hope that's true. And I really hope there's a lot of scenes like with walking and talking. But no, I feel like George Lucas at this point, like I think he ate his humble pie with the prequel trilogy, and I think he probably would have done a much better job for 4, 5, and 6, provided he had listened to people around him and not surrounded himself completely by yes men. I almost feel like Disney needs to do the whole like John Lasseter thing, where they just essentially bring them on as permanent creative consultants, and just left despite the fact they paid him $4 billion, just left it in the hands of George Lucas. So I'm trying to get my headphones out here. Why, hello there, sir.
Oh, hello.
Oh!
This is the racist stream. I love it.
I've heard that.
I know, it's great. So, yeah, I just gotta say real quick. I know you're playing Sonic Adventure here.
Mm-hmm.
The constant running into walls simulator. But do you think that the end of Sonic as a viable franchise because of deviant artists was because of this game, or because of the Sonic cartoon show and comics? Because it's up in the air. When did the weird fetish shit come into play?
Probably once DeviantArt became a viable platform.
Yes, but I don't see them drawing pictures of like Sonic the Hedgehog 2. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I wonder what the chat thinks about that. Get some theory. Somebody might actually know. John Rogers in there? He might know.
I think he'd probably be more informed than the rest of us in terms of when that cultural shift occurred. But no, I have no idea when that whole thing occurred. All I know is that like I think Sonic at least had the advantage of like turning into the spin on that one and just kind of embracing his weird community that grew up around him. So you at least have that going.
I think it might have been just Sega, like, we're desperate for some sales here.
Yeah, they're like, what?
Let's just let them fuck up Sonic.
Well, pretty
we
much...
didn't even care during the Saturn era about Sonic.
Well, yeah,
they can have them.
Yeah, but it's one of those things where, like, once Sonic no longer had his own console to be on, it was just like, I think Sega was like, whatever to keep him relevant, even if it's weirdos,
I guess. They wanted to see Amy Rose eat Sonic and Tails.
Oh, God.
Yuji Naka didn't die for this, okay, guys? Colin, I've been in love with Sonic.
That's how we got the cancer.
Sonic Labyrinth is with Sparkle. Is that the Wii one? Of course, it's got to be the Wii. It's always Nintendo.
Yeah. I will say that, like, since my daughter has been obsessed with Sonic, like finding like Sonic Boom and the CG animated series, made my life way easier in terms of just hanging out with my daughter. I'm like, this cartoon actually isn't that half bad. It's just really weird. He looks like a half mummy because of all the weird bandages.
Yes.
There's the edgy attempt there. But how's it going for you, Joe?
What are you more afraid of her discovering? The Sonic Dreamcast games or the Sonic DeviantArts? Which one are you gonna hide from her the longest? It's like Santa Claus isn't real.
Probably hide Sonic Forces from her the longest, to be honest. Because
I see.
That game's pretty meh.
Well, according to Matt Ezero, the LJN Defender, Sonic Forces is better than Sonic Mania.
I love the fact that he got mentioned on Video Game Donkey.
Yes.
for that.
Yes.
I really hope.
That,
I really hope he got a boost.
He blow up. I hope he got. Yeah, he probably got a little bit of a boost, but he probably got a lot of people hating on him.
Oh, probably, yeah.
To be honest.
But Sonic Mania is fucking fantastic. That's just crazy person talk. Ah!
I had it for Switch and I played it for a little bit, and I was like, I get it. It's cool. It's just I got Sonic 2. Want to play Sonic 2? Mm-hmm. Play that.
So yeah, Xander was talking about Sonic being his first memorable experience. I could see that. Like Sonic was the first time I played Sonic was pretty amazing. But yeah, just I don't know, because Sonic unfortunately has fallen into this weird thing where like the franchise hasn't innovated at all. And like the only time it has, like with Generations, they took that formula, they like tried to change it a little bit, but unfortunately whoever was doing the franchise before has just kept it on rails, so there's not a lot of expanded function there.
Yeah, people were pissed off about that. And it was also episodic, right?
Yeah.
I was gonna say Tails is the biggest furry Sonic thing outside of Knuckles or Amy. You know what I remember? I loved Tails when I was a kid, but I remember everybody, even like the magazines, hated Tails. Yeah. I was like, why is everybody shitting on Tails? He's so cool. He was an ineffective little weakling like I was when I was a kid.
Oh my god!
Of course I loved him, and annoying. He was like the Scrappy Doo of Sonic.
Only blown through like 5 lives, man. Ugh.
Yeah, man. I remember the music in this level, which I loved when you were playing it earlier, but I don't really remember this level at all. This is one of the ones I must have skipped a lot.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember this part that much.
Yeah, the highway level was pretty awesome, and the first level, and I guess
highway, yeah.
Some of the
oh my god, no!
Tornado level.
I think it might be the Dreamcast controller, but I don't know. It's like you'll watch me die here in a sec. But just freaking my boost is unresponsive at times, and it's just bad.
Xander Percolator says the last good Sega game for him was Alien Insurrection.
Oh.
Insurrection. I don't know if I don't even know what that is. Is that the new one? No, right? That's Isolation. What the hell is Alien Insurrection? Fantasy Star Online is a game I still play today.
That game's still going?
Yeah, you gotta go on like third. I don't have the adapter for it on GameCube, but you can hook up, and I think the famous English one or popular English one is the shit server. So yeah. Oh, Alien Isolation. There you go. I was gonna say, damn.
I fell for that one. I thought,
game.
Oh my god.
That's all right.
I'm gonna kill myself every second here until I figure out this pattern.
Swinburne like Sonic Jam. That is a good. That should have been like the first thing released on Saturn. Sonic Jam. Like, hey, here's all the old stuff. We remade it for the hardware, and here's a sneak peek of what cool Sonic 3D might look like.
That was
Fuck, they could have just skinned Croc and made it Sonic. That's kind of how it felt, that Sonic Jam 3D, and I would have been happy.
that's all people wanted.
That's all people really wanted. Is like Sonic Bandicoot. That's all you really had to do. But no.
I love
And as
how
much as I like Knights.
I love how the design notes for Crash Bandicoot were literally like in quotes Sonic's ass.
Yeah.
Wait, am I supposed to jump out on that?
Let's see.
Oh, come on.
2D1 on DS.
Uh,
Colin's been playing that Darius game. I'm glad you got it to work, because it wouldn't work for me for the longest time.
I might,
PS2
I might
oh, that's
lose
right.
15 freaking lives on the last.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, damn, you got this in the bag, but
Yeah, freaking.
is this because you're using pound cables and there's a bad lag?
Yeah, totally. That's it.
Okay, I would say,
No, it's just that I'm getting kind of buzzed.
oh, that's fine. I was getting buzzed with a friend playing some Goemon games
Hell
for
yeah.
my next video, and we were having the hardest time beating this one level where it's just a bunch of sushi platforms. It was so fun though. I mean, that's like, to me, that's like the only way to play some games nowadays, is a little bit of a buzz. I think at that point I was
Okay,
pretty,
so I have to go.
10 beers in.
What the?
Oh my god.
I don't understand what I'm doing wrong here right now.
It might be an endurance game. You just gotta wait for that perfect. Is it the, maybe you have to, like, attack? I think you're doing it too fast when you're jumping.
Yeah, it's
I think you
gotta
have to,
be
like,
that, yeah.
you have to, like, hit it, wait a second, and then hit the button again to... Because
Yeah.
I remember... That's why earlier when you were fighting that room full of robots, I was like, damn, he's not getting hit. Because I remember this game having that problem if you just, like, spam the button. Like, you'll still get hit by a bunch of shit.
Mhm.
So maybe delay your...
Yeah, I think I'm being too aggressive on my
attacks. It's like, you know, the girl's telling you, you're being a little bit too aggressive. You gotta slow things down.
Relax.
When I was a young man, I remember being told, I was like, wow, you're very rough, ain't ya?
Okay, let's try this one more time.
Yeah. How you like it, baby?
Okay, all right. You were totally right.
Christmas Nights is a fun game. I want a Christmas Nights package, Saturn. They're pretty cheap. You never got into Nights?
Never got into Knights.
There you go. You got that. You got that Robotnik.
Oh, what the hell?
Infinia servers on PC. Ooh, nice. John Rogers, are you playing Phantasy Star Blue Burst on PC? Because that's the one I wanted to play. That had the extra episode content or whatever. You need them gold connectors for minimum lag. That's correct.
this gold HDMI connectors for that 4K native
4K.
1080 native 1080p that Dreamcast offered.
Yeah, Adam Carolla, Adam Koralik, and Dreamcast guy told me all about my video setup. So like, I'm like balling right now. Fuck Bob. OP's Blue Stinger for Dreamcast. I think that was an ambitious game. Good old, was it Climax?
Oh god,
I have it.
damn it!
You got Blue Stinger too, don't you?
I do not have Blue Stinger actually. It's
Oh.
really frustrating on this level. You get hit and it knocks you off the edge. I'm just like, oh my god.
I remember Dreamcast had some kind of cool like third-person action horror-ish games. Like Blue Stinger, Carrier, Code Veronica. It looked like it was the future, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, Blue Burst.
It was the future. We just didn't accept it.
Didn't accept it. You know, you didn't accept it the first time with the Sega Saturn. Punks like you.
You know, the Sega Saturn had its chances.
Oh, and it
failed
ran
miserably.
with them. It ran well. You know, maybe for the inferior United States of America, Europe, Canada, South America, everywhere in the world. Japan, they knew what they were doing. It's everybody else that was wrong. Everybody else.
You say like Japan, even though they sold like 3 million units there, was somehow a victory, despite that, you know, the PS1 selling 100 million.
Well, I'll tell you this. Why aren't there 3 million people watching your stream right now, huh? Yeah. Okay, I made my case.
Okay. Oh, rest my case, Your Honor.
I rest my case,
Oh, yes,
sir.
my case.
I'm gonna give the Chewbacca defense here. as in,
There are 6 million sold some odd Saturns on this planet. Why aren't there 6 million people checking out Saturn streets?
See, the Saturn isn't our future? Yeah, that's because we are the Saturn.
Oh, good old Bernie
Saturn's
Stolar, yeah.
Bernie.
Good old Bernie, yeah.
Bernie Stolar. Let's not talk about him. You're not allowed to talk about him.
Let's not talk about the Burn Stars.
Well, you know what? He did good on this system right here.
Yeah, he hemmed a really great launch of this console. He just unfortunately sank the rest of Sega.
Yeah, you want to see, like, this game is glitchy as fuck. If you want to see a real horror show, I'll show you the Japanese version, before they did the international one.
Oh dear.
Because it was even more buggy.
Oh my! He's throwing saw blades at my ass.
Uh-oh.
Oh god.
The rings.
Ah no!
And you can make it to the cockpit.
Oh no.
Wait, what? No, I can't
now,
see
Mike.
when you do that, game. Oh, jeez.
Oh no. Oh my god. Getting so close.
No.
Gotta get on the spinning needle and then. And now, yeah, I see you got a nice butt shot of Ego over there.
Get on the spinning needle and you can make it to the
Burn in hell.
Oh my god.
Bernie Stolar. Oh god.
Ah.
Xbox. Oh, that is the name. I don't know what the actual Xbox new Xbox
Oh,
name is, but I just heard that.
Xbox
I
X
saw a
Series.
headline. So yeah,
Or Series X.
Series X.
Oh
Now
my
was
god.
that a premiere at that little Dorito party that they held the other day?
Maybe.
Is that what's up in the news? The Dorito party?
No. Okay. Need rings. Sorry, one sec.
I'm watching you get killed. It's okay.
I'm panicking.
I think you have to jump on that platform, right?
get on the
Oh
Gorilla
my god.
Jones is all out of
Hey,
bubblegum.
what's up, man?
So he's forced to watch this pathetic stream of Sonic Adventure.
Yeah.
One saw
Jeez.
blades at your house. Kevin Ball, you live in the greatest country on earth. Is it Trinidad, Tobago?
Trinidad.
One of these? Yes. I always thought they were the same thing. Because in this universe, there was always just one chick for both. And they were always pretty fine. Uh-oh. Alright, I believe you can do this within your last 3 lives.
I think I can do
You
it.
got this. You got this.
Just gotta get a.
I would just say, like, save those rings for later.
Well, I think they actually regenerate.
Oh, do they? Oh, hell yeah.
Hey, Kiwi, what's up, man? How you doing? Oh god damn it! I did that.
Alright, I'm almost done with my Singha.
Ugh.
Not-
It did the cheap shot where it blew me off the edge.
I guess I'll see. Oh my god.
Yeah, that is BS.
That's terrible. That's like some Castlevania fucking death right there.
I want to talk to the supervisor.
Well, he's dead now, Yuji Naka. Rest in peace.
Oh yeah.
He died for you to accept the
Oh
Sega Saturn to your heart.
no! Oh my god.
Actually, he died when he went to DeviantArt. He was like, I wonder what fan artists are creating for my hit Sonic series. And then he saw his own face. It was like that scene in Star Wars Episode 5. He took down Darth Vader, but he saw his own face in the mask.
Oh,
Literally, on DeviantArt, it was like Yuji Naka getting fucked by Amy Rose. That was the fan
The
art.
cave was DeviantArt.
The cave was DeviantArt. Actually, the cave ended up being
shatter.
Knuckles' butthole. So, that's just how DeviantArt operates.
Yeah. Says, munching on clam chowder while the girl was watching Full House. Oh, fun. Oh, Fuller House.
Fuller House, the new one. Oh, without Auntie Becky now, I guess. Oh, Kiwi. Well, you have a relaxing evening,
So
sir.
what happened to Becky?
Isn't she the one who got busted for that college admission scandal?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she's getting like the I guess the harder punishment.
Oh, isn't she actually going to jail or something like that?
I guess, I don't know. They'll treat her like royalty though.
I'm like, people actually care about that?
I don't honestly. I mean, I get where people will be outraged, but there's way worse shit that these people are doing.
I'm just like, really, like, so she gets paid extra money to get her kid basically priority selection at a university. I'm just like, I'm surprised that's like a criminal offense type thing. I don't know why. That surprises me.
It's a bit goofy. It's probably because it's a public institution. Maybe.
Something like that.
It might have been
Come on, that was such.
It seems like it's a private. I don't know. I don't know fucking idea. There must be some sort of like laws where everyone's supposed to have an equal shot, even though we all know this bullshit anyway.
So
remember, jump on the platform when you get to it.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I got cheap shot off the edge.
And I saw. Are we not gonna beat Sonic tonight?
We may not.
Yeah, sorry, Kevin Ball. Yuji Naka's not dead. I think I saw him in Akihabara talking to a maid. I almost went up and like was going, Naka-san! Because I want to actually contact him to interview him about something, but I don't want to.
I thought he lived in like San Francisco, or is that just during the Genesis era?
Maybe just during the old days. I think he lives in Tokyo now, or if not, he probably comes back a lot.
Oh my God, I'm getting
Xbox 360 4K better name than Xbox Series X. I think they just should call it the next box.
Oh.
Or the sex.
Probably
box.
gonna go ahead and switch games because that was frustrating. But apparently I got continues, so let's just keep going.
Oh boy. So we should drink more. Yes, let's drink more and play a game that doesn't have shitty game mechanics.
Well,
even though I like Sonic Adventure. It's like one of my favorite Dreamcast games.
I do like this game a lot. It has, oh my God.
Oh, really? Joe's the same Game Shark.
It has so many cheap moments once in a while where I'm like, oh my God. As you'll see in the stream.
I've already lost. Oh my God. It's Castlevania. You got Medusa headed.
Yeah.
What is the best Goemon game? Probably, objectively, Super Famicom Goemon 2. But my favorite's always the first one for it.
You know, I'm usually a really happy guy, but this is starting to get to me.
Let's get rid of the green screen or get rid of that shit, and let's just see Rage in your garage right now.
Just like just breaking things.
Just make sure the dog's not under the sofa, like one time.
It's pretty cold out here tonight, so my wife took her to bed with her.
Excellent.
Yeah, it's like it's probably about like 36 degrees in my garage right now. It's not great.
Ooh.
Yeah, so got a sweater. We're fine.
House of the Dead 2 request from 7 Beetle.
Well, I think tomorrow night I was gonna try and set up a light gun game night. Let's probably get some like Sega Menace and stuff.
Okay. You also have that Sega Saturn gun, which apparently
I do, yeah. And I picked up Area 51 as well. So
yeah. All right. Yeah, let me know. I can get you some cheap copies of like Virtual Cop and House of the Dead.
I found a copy of Virtual Cop recently.
Oh, nice. I think you were telling me about that.
I saw that and I'm like, I do have a light gun now.
You can get, I think the Japanese version of House of the Dead is the only way you can play it with like red blood, but I don't know.
Oh.
I think they got rid of it for the US version.
Interesting.
Send me Jappy snacks. I can arrange for that. Play the bootleg Half-Life Dreamcast port. You happen to have a copy of that, Bert?
I do not.
Oh, that would be pretty cool. And there was a Baldur's Gate port for the Dreamcast that got canceled. That's sad. There's a lot of cool shit that got canceled for Dreamcast. Sid.
Yeah, the Half-Life one. What else was there? There was another one that came out recently. It was like a Half-Life additional episode that was like gorgeous, apparently. That got canceled for the Dreamcast. Okay, so I jump on top of it. Oh.
He was talking about that Goose game. That was like a real fucking trendy game for a while.
I love getting beaten to death by saw blades. It's great. I love that mechanic.
Just gotta jump. You gotta go. I think he shoots it far at first, and you just have to like jump on it when it's
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's just man.
You're gonna have to go back a little bit and jump forward, but this is not a beer drinking game.
This is like I gotta be like top of my game.
You gotta have like Russians in your garage with a gun to your head and your family's heads.
God.
Concentration.
Quake. I do have Quake 3 for the Dreamcast. I didn't bring it out though.
You wanna go run and grab a drink?
Yeah, I got my beer right here. So I got Star Lancer, I got Silver, I got Armada.
Oh, Stitto. I just saw you get that same knockdown.
Yeah, and I at that moment my spirit broke. So let's go ahead and check. I got Sword of the Berserk, based off Berserk. Mac and X, a pretty interesting first-person shooter. Of course, Omicron and Mad Soul, or Spawn Arcade. Some of the ones.
Spawn Arcade's always fun.
Yeah, I
don't think you can ever really get past the second or third, though, right?
Something like that.
About Quake for Dreamcast, yeah. I wish you had it down with you. That would be cool.
Yeah. That is Dreamcast. It sounds angry.
Abroad in Japan is not my nemesis, but if he ever had crosswords with me, I would fucking deck that motherfucker.
Wait, who?
I would skull fuck
Abroad
his
in Japan.
corpse. Yeah, Abroad in Japan, that motherfucker will get his corpse will be skull fucked.
Why is that?
Cause fuck him. I still have I can't tell any of these stories that I heard about him, but I heard these things. Oh god. He's a bit of a Peter Puffer too. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Interesting.
Except when it's not consensual.
Puyo Puyo Fever? I do not have that. Golden Axe movie? Oh, that'd be great.
Oh, that would be good.
As much as I don't have any feelings towards Panzer Dragoon. I would love to see like a Panzer Dragoon style fantasy film though.
That would be amazing. They did do a remake on Switch, right? Or a reboot?
Oh, Panzer Dragoon?
Or is it out? Yeah, I don't know if it's out yet, but I saw that they were making one. I was like, damn it, if it doesn't come out for PS4, I might get a Switch again.
Well, they had that Panzer Dragoon game for what?
Xbox Kinect 2 or whatever it's called.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Crimson something or another.
Yeah.
I was so excited about that, and then I think it got delayed to Xbox One. And it was like a spiritual successor. Fuck. I love the Panzer Dragoon series, but Dynamite Cop, Kiwi. You have Die Hard Trilogy arcade, right?
Yeah, I have a burned copy of it for myself.
Do you have Dynamite Deca or whatever?
I've Dynamite Cop for Dreamcast, yeah.
Oh, sweet.
But I should have brought that down. I guess I grabbed like a couple of Dreamcast games tonight. I was like, Yeah.
The Dreamcast game is a little bit more fun than the original, but the guy doesn't look as much like Bruce Willis, which just sucks. Kevin Ball says, I guess this month is when that, Panzer Dragoon remake's coming out. Yeah. Sweet. Spawn movie reboot will be rated R because of the Joker. Good, and hope they don't pander to China. Joker didn't have to pander to China. It made $1 billion.
Yeah. Yeah, the whole Hong Kong thing's still going on.
Yeah. So all I gotta say about that is Taiwan #1. Fuck China.
Exactly.
I'm be going to Taiwan in a few days, by the way.
Oh yeah?
First time, so should be pretty cool. Hope. Good food, I hope, It's gonna be neat because I've never been to a country where I don't know what the fuck these people are saying. At all. So you can just speak in English, but... also, Gorilla Jones, I will never let you know the secrets of Abroad in Japan. Until his corpse has been skull fucked. And I'm going to jail anyway. Are you guys happy that Cybertruck won Game of the Year award last night? What?
Cybertruck? What?
The Elon Musk truck.
Oh, yeah.
So,
the SVP truck.
The SVP yes, exactly. I was just gonna say it's like an old like 16-bit 3D or 32-bit early 32-bit era truck.
Yeah, Kevin Ball. Kevin Ball posted a thing on my timeline with a picture of a vehicle from Virtual Racing next to that truck, and I was like, "That is fantastic."
Very nice. Let's take a look at that.
I don't know, the fact that apparently it's only been like 40 grand. Apparently, I'm like, that's decent for a truck.
Yeah, it's got some cool little features, and I think it looks kind of cool. In a way, you know. If I was some guy who had a lot of money to throw around, I'd get
16, what's up, man?
Yeah, he's the one who said the Cybertruck won. Chuck rocks at the windows of the Cybertruck to win. It's like a carnival game. Everyone's a winner.
That was pretty funny though. He's like, "Oh, try it again." It didn't.
Oh shit. I read just because I was interested. I read that their excuse was, well, when we were hitting it with the sledgehammer or whatever on the side, it actually fucked up the frame a little bit. So whatever. I thought it was pretty cool. Disney live action Mulan remake now being meme to hell. I'm sure it is. Doesn't it have like no music? Like that movie has some great music.
We'll
Be a man, I guess that's
out of you.
yeah. Make a man out of you. What does that mean, huh? Yeah, I get to see people getting real pissed off. The Disney crowd. Are you saying that men are better than women? No. Men are just naturally stronger than women, and you know she's overcoming. It makes it even better. God damn it! Everybody ruins everything. And also, I saw you get chopped in half.
Yeah.
That's just amazing.
Well, I guess they removed Mushu from the live action one as well.
They removed Mushu because having Eddie Murphy is racist. Because he's like, oh, Mulan, what are you going to do? This guy got him scared to death. Well, I can't have that. That's too much like...
is that their reasoning?
Mammy. I don't know. It's probably like, why do you have this stereotypical black dragon in a movie about the wonderful culture of China? This is a serious movie about family and history. I'm like, fuck you.
Well, I mean, how do we know that ancient Chinese dragons didn't chop like that?
I know, right?
I mean, we don't know that. I mean, most Chinese people today don't know that.
You ever heard like those like the Kemet guys and like the black Israelites and all those guys talking about how like the original all the samurai in Japan were actually black people? There's an old proverb that says like every good warrior needs a little bit of black in him. And they're like, and like George Washington was a fraud, and the first president was black. It's crazy, but I wouldn't be surprised if they had a theory based on that.
I mean, there was
the original dragon.
I mean, there was that one.
That's why Wu-Tang is so good, because they're just embracing their roots.
That's why Wu-Tang's so good. I mean, there was that one thing we actually had a legit African samurai.
Oh yeah, there's Afro Samurai.
No, like a legit African samurai that served.
Well, that's pretty cool.
What's his name? Who was the unifier of Japan initially during the Sengoku-shite?
From the Tokugawa?
Not Tokugawa, not before Tokugawa, before Tokugawa. He was the guy that actually did the unification, but was assassinated right after he finished it. You talking about?
Not Shoto Taishi. It's just like
Nobunaga? Yeah, Nobunaga.
Oda Nobunaga?
Yeah.
Okay, so the guy who sparked basically at the start of the Warring States period.
Oda Nobunaga, he was the guy that finished it, I thought. Like, he was the one, he had, like, basically was on his verge of conquering the last province, then he was assassinated.
Probably.
Right? Yeah.
Was it Mitsuhide that helped assassinate him? And then his successor was Toyotomi. What the fuck's his name? Yeah, it's I've had a few beers, but during that period though, he was fighting people. I think one of his retainers betrayed him.
That's what it was.
And then Toyotomi was the guy who took over for him, but he sucked, and he actually had a really inspirational story because it came from nothing. But yeah, Tokugawa, that fat fuck.
Yeah, it was Then he had but Nobunaga had met a guy who was an African trader of some type that like was on board like maybe a Dutch or English trade ship, and became fascinated with the man and actually made him a legit full samurai to serve him.
And this is like the new movie called The First Samurai, according to Kemet.
Oh.
But yes, I'll look into that. I do remember hearing something about that, but I don't know the details. So thought this was America. Yes. Apparently, yeah, that Mulan remake is going to be very serious. No songs or no romance. Well, that's a boring fucking movie. Abroad in Japan bloke because he's a dick. Well, no comment on that. What's my opinion of Natsuki? I don't know who Natsuki is.
Who's that?
Who is she? Who dat?
Who dat?
Who dat? Yeah, Kevin Ball, there's no reason to watch any of those stupid Disney remakes, but I guess they're trying to make it different, so it's like, hey, there is a reason to watch this. It's not just CGI with Beyonce. Racist to the Hans? Yeah. They don't like Mongolians in Mulan. It's actually the Huns, too. Because the Hans are the Chinese.
Wait, racist to the Huns?
Yeah. Let's get down to business to defeat the Huns. Yeah, that you can't be doing that. Even though they're assholes invading your land.
Yeah, even though, like, they, not only were they assholes to the Chinese, they were assholes to Western Europe. Brought the collapse of the Roman Empire fucking 2 centuries before it actually fell.
Yeah. Mongolia haters. Oh, Natsuki is Abroad in Japan's sidekick. Oh, that must be that chick then that I heard about. I don't watch his shit. I find it useless. But, you know, that's just who I am.
Ah.
I piss on anything that people like. Just a contrarian. I'm so edgy. The gay atheist shogun was pro-freedom of religion. Oh, fuck.
What now?
That's right. Jimmy Hoffa was the name of the gay atheist shogun who was pro-freedom of religion to help build the first Christian church and protected Christians he ruled over to be the rebels, I guess. So,
Oh.
yeah, that's right. That is true. Just reincarnated.
I hadn't heard this story. I'm not familiar with it.
We should do a video on it.
We really should.
And true history exposed.
Let's go ahead and start a Wikipedia page now on that, and then
Dude, we get like an old like Japanese painting and like have a little red circle and like all the arrows and some random guy in the background.
Breathing fire at me?
Looks like it. Yeah, you got set on fire, so it must be a Kerberos. Like Kerberos.
This game is very hard.
This is the Spawn game?
Yeah, the Spawn Arcade.
Yeah, I don't remember you playing this level.
It kind of. I think it randomly picks.
Oh, that sucks.
You know what's funny is I remember when Spawn got big, there was a huge like drop of Spawn toys at Costco in the mid '90s, and so like
Yes.
I had a bunch of these.
Oh. Yeah, they sell a lot of those here in Japan at like Book Off. It's really weird. Like there's so many Spawn toys.
Yeah, it was kind of weird. Like the sheer number of Spawn toys that were out there.
Well, McFarlane, he had his hobby, right?
Yeah. But like they were
Then he made all his
really
money.
good high quality toys though. Hey, old Atari game,
Yeah.
let's go, man.
That's what kind of what Todd McFarlane kind of started doing after this. Like, well, you know what? McFarlane Toys. Let's make a bunch of sports toys and he had like those weird anime ones. Remember like the Akira and like Tenchi Muyo ones?
Oh yeah. There we go.
In the late '90s, early 2000s.
Tenchi Muyo, yeah.
Yeah, they had like that. There was one like a Yoko or whatever. That was really popular.
Tenchi Muyo is so weird with all the weird incest that was on that one.
Oh god, that fucking second movie was so uncomfortable. That was one of the first. I signed up for the Pioneer newsletter, right? And I got real big into like the whole fucking like scene back then. And I remember getting the VHS tape, and I was like, okay, I might want to watch this by myself in my room, and not around everybody. Thank God, because his like weird like devil daughter was like, at the end was like, she's like, go do it, and she's like licking Tenchi's nipples. Like, what the fuck is this movie? And like the first movie with the mom stuff, it's like every fuck. I remember I had Tenchi Forever, the third movie. I couldn't make it past it. That was like one of the first DVDs I ever bought. But I remember something with it. I was like, I can't watch this. he had a wife and he was being a dick to her. He's probably like, I wish I would fuck my mom in the 70s. Ah, shit.
God, Tenchi, come on.
Let's see. Historians suspected he was boning the emperor's son. This supposed to be about that 8th freedom of religion shogun, Jimmy Hoppa. Hate that guy. You read any manga? Not recently. Said I just picked up a big old volume of Goemon manga. Spawn had toy commercials on Fox Kids and Kids TV. Yeah, wow, that's amazing.
God,
Too bad they
the HBO freaking like Spawn cartoon.
I was just
though. That was fantastic.
I was just about to. Sometimes I go to the gym and watch like old episodes of it. Good old Salmon Twitch.
Yeah, I will say like the first like you watched the AVGN rental review. God, buzzed enough I can't talk now. You watched AVGN rental reviews?
I saw maybe 2 of the very early ones from a few years ago, and I've never watched anything since.
Yeah, they were really rough at the beginning.
They're probably streamlined now. They're probably copying Red Letter Media better now.
Honestly, that feels exactly what they're doing, and they're doing a better job at it now.
Good.
Yeah, because now they're picking things they're actually like familiar with. So they actually had a pretty good episode on Spawn. But like, there's no like Red Letter Media. Like those guys are fantastic.
Dude, I right before I saw that you were streaming, I was in bed still because it's cold. But I was watching their Star Wars Nerd Crew. It's like 30 minutes. I was fucking laughing my ass off.
Oh god, yeah.
Oh, it was so good. Genovia is the Martin Scorsese of video games. Okay. Interesting to see why you would say that.
Yeah,
the creator of
I feel like Genovi's more of a Stanley Kubrick type.
The Stanley Kubrick.
Yeah, he's slow and methodical in terms of what he's directing to you, and he has a very clear vision whenever he does anything.
Yeah, that first take in his video, he did it 130 times. He actually has a stack of like 128 gigabyte mini SD cards on it for his camera.
And he had to make sure he wasn't blinking in any of the scenes.
He's like, I blinked, and he actually has. That's why he has 3 boys. He has them go through all the footage.
Make sure. He
once they find like, I was blinking in that one. I told you, no dinner for a week. But Dad, no dinner. I can't have my audience think that I blink. I'm more than human. I love Genovi, but yeah, that's fucking hilarious. I forgot about the no blink controversy.
Well, my favorite thing was like people were pointing that out, and they're like, staring contest. You're like, I'd win. That's the response.
That's the best response.
Oh yeah, freaking Genovia is fantastic stuff.
Oh yeah. The Donkey Kong Country cartoon on Amazon Prime. I've not watched it on Amazon Prime, but I've seen it before, and it has some horrible. I just remember it being very bad.
Terrifying CG.
Terrifying looking, yeah. It's like, how do you fuck that up? Tenchi X Yoko is the best ship because it's the only ship that isn't incest. So he could bang some of those space police chicks.
Oh, what was the blonde one's name? I don't know what
is it Kiyomitsu or something like that?
Yeah.
Kiyomi?
Yeah, she was hot. She was hot.
Yeah, she was good. She's the dumb one.
Yeah, the dumb one.
I always like the black haired one though. I can't remember her name though. It's probably like Kyoko or some bullshit. Genovi has a signature hat for everything. He does. You know what? Fuck Genovi though. He was supposed to give you a hat for his company, Murphy's or whatever. Didn't get it. Bullshit. If Genovi blinks, somebody dies, man. If he blinks 3 times, it's the end of the world.
Wait, this is Spawn? I thought this was some of the Spawn game. Yeah.
Yep.
It's Spawn Arcade.
This is Capcom's Spawn. Actually, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna grab one more beer.
Do your thing, man.
They're getting a birra Moretti. Let's see, John Rogers, the Donkey Kong Country cartoon is so bad that it's awesome. You know what? John Rogers, love you, brother. But when it comes to anthropomorphic animals, I don't trust the opinion of a furry at all. I'm going to assume it's just bad or awesome. One of them. I'm going to go with bad. I've never played Spawn on SNES, have you?
I have. It's really funny.
Tough.
Really funny the first time you play it, because if you just stop within like the first second, you'll watch an endless stream of people kill themselves trying to attack you.
Oh, yeah,
And what made me really happy was I actually was live streaming a long time before AVGN pointed that out. I'm like, you bastard! I did it first. Yeah, but no, it's a very hard game.
Most of those Western developed games were very like they were so easy that they were boring, or they were so hard that you didn't want to play them. Back on like the SNES. So Spawn got that big boot so his toy would pose better. Oh, dude, that's hilarious.
Remember? Yeah, the toys look freaking sick. Yeah.
They were pretty awesome. Was it Angela? Was that one character? I was wondering what Angela.
The female angel one, or
yes. You know what were cool too? Like, you remember Wildcats? Was it Jim Lee? I used to want like fucking Wildcats toys.
I don't remember if I actually ever talked about it.
I had some of the comics, but they had like a cartoon show too. I think like the mid '90s. Let's see. I want the cow insemination that where your arm is halfway up a cow. Great conversation starter on dates. Gorilla. What?
What?
Well, you might be all out of bubblegum. You might be all out of dates with those conversation points.
Yeah.
Or who knows? You might find the kinky chick of your dreams. Spawn is bigger in Southeast Asia. And the life-size spawn. Oh wow! So life-size spawn statues in the Philippines. Strange place, that Philippines.
Didn't realize they were that into Spawn.
Yep.
So you were saying you're live streaming in like 10 hours?
Yeah, I think like maybe 11, maybe 12 my time. So maybe 8 or 9 a.m. your time.
I will.
And
I
delayed it because last week you couldn't show up. So.
Yeah, well, freaking like you said that, I'm like, no, I'm doing army crap, damn it.
Well, yeah, if you can show up, great. Bob was supposed to be around last time, but he said he can be around this time too. So you can fight with Bob on my stream.
You know, I got some wine and
16,
stuff.
9
I'll see if my wife will leave me alone. I'll have to get day drunk with you.
Okay, well, if you can, I would really appreciate it. I think it'll be good. Neil Gaiman made her in there. It was legal fuckery over that for years. Oh, Angela? Yeah, that makes sense. I did not have a stream last week, Mr. Collin. I might have one later. We'll see how it goes, though. I don't know, I got anxiety about this.
Really?
About streaming. Yeah. I can be an asshole to your audience, but I can't be an asshole to my audience. Just kidding.
Well, I think the problem is with your channel. You come off so straight edged.
Not on the streams.
Well, not on the streams, but like in your videos, you seem so appropriate, prim, and proper. Like people are just in for quite the shock surprise when they actually get talking to you.
It's like, what did that guy just say about Hitler?
What's this talk about Hitler? Whoa, hey, John, I did not set that up yet. I need to do that. I keep thinking about it, and then I just forget.
Let's see. Thanks, John, make up for that $2 and that reminder.
Yeah.
7 dude. The Filipinos love 3 things: Spawn, Smurfs, and Mortal Kombat. I don't know about the Smurfs. That's amazing, but I can see that. Kind of look like Smurfs.
Yeah.
But Mortal Kombat, that's that. When I saw Mortal Kombat Annihilation at IMAX Theater in Waikiki,
Ooh.
It was like 99% Filipino people, and the people I went with were Filipino. That's when people were throwing shit and doing backflips. These people were so hyped on fucking Mortal Kombat. That's kind of why I hate Mortal Kombat.
And this was Mortal Kombat Annihilation,
The shitty movie.
the sequel.
The shitty one. But
The
people
one-
were like, they were throwing stuff and throwing popcorn. Like I said, people were running around the aisles and some guy was doing backflips.
So, Mortal
It was like a
Mortal
mating
Kombat
call.
Annihilation makes no goddamn sense to me in terms of like, it had probably the single best video game movie ever made in a lot of respects, and it just fucked it up.
I never saw the first one when I watched Annihilation, but I remember everybody said, oh yeah, Mortal Kombat movie's good. And I watched that and I was like, there's no way that movie was good. And then I watched it and I was like, oh, it's actually not bad for a shitty video game movie. But that, for years, that Mortal Kombat Annihilation screening was just, I don't know. My opinion of Mortal Kombat was lowered. My opinion of video game movies was lowered. My opinion of Filipinos, my opinion of my fellow man was lowered. You know.
Hey, Graphic Crap, what's up, man?
Hey, one of the best Spawn. I agree. It's better than that PlayStation one. And 360 1-ups, I don't ban anybody on my streams unless they are harassing other people. I've never banned anybody though. So you just get some very unique individuals that come in.
Yeah, I will say that, like, I'm kind of surprised. Like, he's shoulder firing an M60 machine gun. I think anyone that would come at him would pretty much get erased. Just saying. It's a lot of heavy lead.
Well, yeah.
Oh,
Well,
yeah,
somehow-
so last weekend I had a weapons squall. That was fun.
A weapons qual?
Yeah, we have to shoot at a bunch of targets. And
Oh, that sounds.
I hadn't done it in a while. I'm like, I don't want to play this game today.
Hulk Hogan's Rockin' Wrestling. Okay.
But like I hadn't actually like we were falling to Ironside. So it's basically like you get up on a pedestal and then like a bunch of pop-up targets pop up and you have to like do different positions and shoot at them to qualify. And I was just having all kinds of problems. Like my rifle, like it misfed a bunch. I'm like, no, you have to get a minimum of 24 targets to pass. And my freaking rifle just kept double feeding to where like it was jamming up. I'm like, this is a great day.
That's unfortunate, but
Yeah.
at least you got to have some fun with guns.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that guy blew you the fuck up. Also, Colin Swinburne saying, could your short ass do that, Ian? Ian is not short. You're thinking of hell, Colin? What are you, drunk?
According to Colin, I'm 4 feet tall, or 4 inches tall. So
That's right. We did give you, did give you some prosthetic. We gave you some really big boots.
Yeah, that's how it worked. Yeah, with these. Where I'm like a full 2.5 heads taller than everyone there. But it's funny, in the chat, Easy, when like if he ever got up by tonight, it was crazy because he was like a full foot taller than me. I was like, damn.
He did look like a Sasquatch compared to everybody.
Yeah, I was like, holy crap! It's not often I have to look up.
We came and talked to you right after the Bob stream, right?
I think so.
Bob,
yeah.
Yeah. I remember just being in the corner of like some like sitting down, and I'm like, I think that's that Easy guy. And I just drift back to sleep. See, if only Bob would have had a more entertaining panel, could have talked. I love how you're just mowing this guy down right there. Oh Jesus. Is Redeemer playable?
Yeah, I think you can unlock him. I think.
I guess so. There you go. Bob had an awesome shirt. I think Ian has that shirt now.
I do. It's upstairs in my closet right now. I
prepared for the firewood.
I actually thought about wearing it tonight. I forgot about it. Damn it.
Oh God, that would have been embarrassing.
It was great.
That was a very funny thing. I'm gonna have to like make a shirt to get him back next year. Which, speaking of which, August, you're gonna be around for that, right?
I'm gonna try to be.
Okay. If that doesn't work out, can always come down to Arizona, go to the Game On Expo
Yeah.
the week before. The Dreamcast guy wishes he could stream Dreamcast games like Ian.
Right?
Dreamcast guy wishes he actually liked the Dreamcast like Ian.
Mm-hmm.
I'll correct you, sir. Oh, good. You kicked that guy's ass.
Hey, we're fighting, what's his face?
Nothing wrong. Ooh.
Devastate?
The
Devastate?
Violator. The Vaporizer is this one. It's a different one. Nice. Movie Bob. Yeah, we're hanging out with Movie Bob. He told us about how this game promotes toxic masculinity by having their boss shoot out toxic gas. It should be banned.
Yeah.
Dreamcast guy's Dreamcast is 4K native. Well, dude, he got the special launch edition.
The Fred Durst right there, just as a personal request for Fred Durst will come and perform for you.
His cousin.
What do you do now?
Yeah, I'm gonna get a Dreamcast, yeah! Okay, native, what?
I had no idea. He was a soothsayer. His Fred. He was speaking the future language. I thought it was God. Horseshit marketing. You know, terrible late 90s, early 2000s. What would you call that? Trash pop?
Yeah, sounds about right. But he was pretty huge.
It was big. I remember liking some of his songs. I remember liking that gosh darn Rollin' song. They used it as the Undertaker's name somehow. His Dreamcast was launched in 2019. You know, Dreamcast guy is a dimension hopper. Time and space mean nothing to him.
Yeah,
Which is fun.
Sega
Yeah,
actually
it's a-
sat out the. They actually sat out the PS2 launch and decided to launch the Dreamcast right after the Xbox.
Yeah.
And then they're still in the console game today, and they're currently launching the Sega Jupiter. It's pretty great.
Yeah. Since Sega made so much money, they actually launched the Sega Jupiter on Jupiter because they had all that money to advance their technology. Thank God they replaced Bernard Stoller with Elon Musk. In the late 90s, that was a really good decision.
That was a great call. They got that Afrikaner on there, and he really turned the Sega of America around.
Well, it was that combined with the Sega PayPal service that they nickel and dimed everybody for.
Yeah, it was smart.
Really gay. Yep.
Brilliant.
That's the best timeline, actually.
That's the best timeline. Have you watched Community ever?
I've not actually.
Oh, they had a gimmick for a while about the darkest timeline, but I guess they said the best timeline.
This is the darkest timeline.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny.
We clearly live in the darkest timeline where Sega's out of the console market. It's the only explanation for where we're at right now.
No, John Rogers went to bed. Good night if you're still
Oh,
around.
night, John.
I guess 361 What Ups is saying just call it vomit. I guess that's the description of Limp Bizkit's genre, but apparently it's calling it new metal, which is similar to new mail. So it makes sense. NU, like a Newman from Phantasy Star.
Oh my god.
True, the place of all timelines is the Dreamcast guy hails from. Yeah, because he got 4K Dreamcast, bro.
Yeah.
And Colin
He got
Swerberg
the Europa edition that was launched, from the moon itself.
Click on this link over here. Ew! Okay, I did not need to see that John McNutt.
Hey, Genobi, what's up?
Oh, there we were just talking about Genobi.
We're talking
And,
smack about
I
him.
think Kevin Ball wants to thank you for keeping the world safe.
Oh, thank you.
Dreamcast guy confirmed.
Yeah, so
that Dreamcast shit is semi-capable
so I just
at
took
night.
over a position on where I work now, where I took over their visual information department, and I got a crap ton of calls last Friday about another position that opened up that they want me to apply for. So I'm like, come on! I've already found a great job. I'm like, stop it.
What can I say, man? Ian, you're hot.
Right? It's hot right,
Hot,
so
bro.
hot right now.
Hot. Also, Genovi, are you gonna be hot in like 10 hours to join me for a stream and finally get me kicked off YouTube?
Better be.
Let's do it. I think he's still working. I don't know.
Pretty sure.
We'll see.
I'm pretty sure plants grow themselves. I don't know anything
I think he's been using Brondo to water his plants. He's having some problems recently.
but it's what plants grow.
That's what plants crave.
It's what plants grow.
But it's not what plants crave.
I got all that movie.
Oh, Gorilla Jones is a great idea. You should team up and make a craft beer, Historic Brew, for gamers. I was just talking to Bob about that last week. He's like, dude, get like a beer sponsorship or like make your own beer like DJ Slope.
Well, the funny thing, I was talking to you know Jeremy Dixon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was talking to him, and I was talking to him about he was surprised. I used to brew beer like 10 or so years ago when I was in college, just for whatever reason. But I would always like name my beers that I would make after like it was like puns based off of Israel. So it'd be like Hebrew, Israelite, just stuff like that. Like it was just I'm like, this joke never gets old to me. So it was just stuff like that. And apparently then he went off on a giant tangent showing me all this just crazy stuff he'd done. But apparently he'd never named it. I'm like, really? You never named your beer? Come on, man.
It's nameless. That would be kind of a cool
I'd be like freaking.
beer.
I mean, like, if I was freaking, like, making beer like that often, I'd be, like, all kinds of history puns. You'd be, like, hops are at the gate, cannibals at the hops. Just random stuff like that.
Trying to leave a message here. God bless John Migda, but it's not working. YouTube doesn't like me. He posted something to make up for his nasty poster.
Hey, Genovi, what are you doing? Like, right now, what are you doing?
Right now.
Right now.
I'm in bed, climbing on my wife. No, I think are you out of your house, sir?
He said he
Also,
was.
new CD
I had bugged him.
it must be that one.
Oh yeah, there's the Top Hat Gaming Man one.
Top that one. Which I thought I replied to him in Twitter about saying that either I would, because he asked me about doing it. I was like, I'm gonna make something so fake that you know it's fake, or I'm just gonna talk shit about like Yahel. But apparently my tweet, my message didn't go through or something.
Oh.
So I guess Top Hat probably thinks I just ignored him. So,
Oh no.
which, whatever.
Well, God, like, when I was recording my little bit for him, I made the mistake of using one of my cameras from work, and I recorded in, like, 4K, so my poor laptop, it's like, oh, you'll have this rendered in 2 hours!
What?
I'm like, no, what have I done?
Jesus Cristo.
Yeah. I'll be right back.
Alrighty. The Scorsese of gaming has entered the chat.
Oh.
Genovi. That's
Yeah.
what Gorilla Jones was saying earlier.
That's the way we do it.
Yep. Looking for that classic Dreamcast guy video to clip it. Oh, good lord. I mean, Cali, there you go. Genovi, I remember you were talking about moving to Arizona when I was in Portland. Because it's a good place for you to move the family, I think. Closer to Utah. Wink, wink. Top Hat is loving the CD ISIS. I know. What a fucking Johnny come lately, right? Fuck that guy. Is that true that Genovi got accepted into Hogwarts? Yes. His wizardry of making the 32X look like it was an actual good system. It's fascinating. He won the Wizarding World's grand prize. The No Bells prize. Because there's no bells when you like the 32X. It's like a Saturn for life, bro. He is alright. Yeah, Top Hat has a collab though. All these CDI fucking apologist pricks are gonna be on it, talking about how they want to have sex with Phillips, whoever that guy is. Weekend release. Well, that guy releases like a video like every other day. I don't know how you do that. Even with full time. But you know, whatever. Maybe if I had a full-time YouTube thing. If I could trick somebody to, like, you know, like if I could trick somebody to marry me Like, yeah, I'm gonna do this YouTube thing. Just like, give me 1 year to make it work. I wouldn't make it work, but it'd be a fun 1 year. Like, I'm not gonna go to work. I'm just gonna do YouTube videos. That would be a pretty fun 1 year. I'd be embarrassed to tell anybody in the future. It's like, what did you do in 2020 or whatever? I was making YouTube videos. Like, yeah. What else did you do? That's about it. Played with my wee sometimes. Pleasured my wife. Failed. So, this music though. Let me take a listen to that. That's some pretty kick-ass music. Fire Emblem Three Houses. I guess people were saying that's like the Persona Fire Emblem game. So combine two series that I hate into one. I must love it. No, Colin, I don't have a wife. I could have, but I fucked it all up. Well, maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. I think as I get closer to mid-30s, that's when I said, like, okay, I'm gonna take this stuff seriously. Anyone see Chunk Uyghur or Sink Yogurt or whatever? Chunk Uyghur advocate for bestiality? No, but
I'm sorry.
Of
What did I
course!
just miss now?
We're just talking about Top Hat and me not being married, and like I guess Cenk Uyghur of the Young Turks is advocating for bestiality, according to John Migda. And I trust John Migda. He posted Shibuya Kaho videos in the chat. And I'm married to sarcasm. No, I'm very serious. Like I said earlier in the chat, I'm a very stable genius.
There's a link here that John Migda is posting.
Smash tried for 3 years to make YouTube work? Really? Has he been around for 3 years? I thought he's only around for like a year.
Let's hear it.
Mr. Smash JT. Was he doing YouTube quote unquote full time for 3 years? I thought he just started showing up. I have no concept of time.
Oh, for Smash? I know there was a thing. He posted a video like he was quitting YouTube and going back to work, but apparently he got laid off and was doing that, or he did YouTube for a couple of years or something like that.
Jesus, Lord of mercy.
And I don't know. The funny thing for me was like I've had probably, if I was to look at my like YouTube career, I'm putting in quotes, in terms of opportunities where I could have gone full time and actually probably done it. I had a number of opportunities where I just squandered any advantage I had, but I'm like,
You know what? To be honest, like I think that shows, and this is like complimenting you that your heart wasn't in it.
Oh yeah, I think it would have been. I mean, I can make low effort trash if I wanted, but I really don't want to do that. That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Genovi earlier, Ian was asking if you wanted to join the chat. So
Oh yeah.
The Skype. So let us know if you're stuck in California and
Well,
all you got is Doritos, Mountain Dew, and
I mean,
a bottle of lotion.
yeah. Ian could have been descending the side of the video games. That is correct, Seven Beatles. I could have been.
You could have.
I could have been somebody. I could have been a contender. I could have sat in front of my. I could have sat.
It was you, Blip. It was you all along.
It was you. You were the one that stopped me from being my thing.
Yep. You should have looked out for me, Blip. You should have taken care of me, Blip.
I mean, like, I could literally. The funny thing is the bit I made for Top Hat Gaming Man, where it's just me talking to the CDI for like 6 minutes straight. I'm like, you know what? I figure I'm probably just gonna slap some stuff in there and actually like post it to my channel. At least I haven't made content in a while. And just put it up. But to me, it's like the lowest effort stuff I've ever made. So I'm like,
Apparently, Smash JT had a year before YouTube, and he had a website.
I know Smash.
Or he had one.
Well, I think he started it. Yeah. Let's see, HistoricNerd, why don't you get any good Dreamcast games?
Putting up fierce resistance, Ace Kennedy finally
Hey, Gorilla, all I play are good Dreamcast games. I don't know if you ever played the wonderful game that is
Alliance
you know,
leaders admitted
Star
today
Lancer,
that
which
any
is
hope for a
fantastic.
peaceful end to the conflict
I think
is
Sturmwind is a little bit too rich for your taste
We have
unless
just
you burn it
received
to a
an urgent
disc.
request from Alliance High Command.
Propeller Arena, I don't even know
All
what that
civilians
is.
with any flight
That's true, I do
experience
have a better
are
library
requested
of
to report
Dreamcast
to the
games than
nearest
Ian, but,
recruitment center for skills
you know, I get them for
evaluation.
cheap, so I guess I
The
can't
Alliance
really...
needs
But then again, my
civilian
US collection is... It's probably better.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's
You
funny,
know,
like,
just saying.
so Genovi said, "Hey, honey, do you mind if we move into a trailer park?" My wife actually, like, she offered to let me go full time, like, try and make YouTube work, and I was like, my heart's not 100% in it.
You know what I think Genovi's doing? I think he's grooming his own son. Not for anything nefarious, but to take over the fucking farm shit and the auction shit so he can just stay home and play video games on
he
YouTube.
has like what, 4 of them?
He's got 3 boys.
Yeah, 3 of them. You can,
That's all I'm gonna say.
you can get them up and running and have them run the farm for him while he sits and makes YouTube videos.
He's just waiting. He's just biding his time. That's Genovi. He's a time biter. It's good.
HistoricNerd, I think you have a vendetta against Sega. Absolutely I do, and I will never let it go, Gorilla Jones. Because clearly, do you see any Sega consoles around today? So I'm never going to let it go. That's just how it works.
Assign these recruits quarters so they can stow their gear. That is all.
You know, who was it? I guess there was a stream from good old Sarumaru here. And he had Genovi's little friend on it. Was it Colin in Japan? And I mentioned in the chat that I was like, yeah, Genovi's like the hardest working person I know. He was agreeing.
4 kids,
Okay.
1 girl too. Oh.
Yes.
Ah.
So he got the 3 boys and the 1 girl. I didn't want him, you know.
Yeah, where's
I don't want to expose Genovi's personal life here for you fucking freaks on this historic nerd chat. So I'm just doing, you know, I'm doing my thing. I'm being a good
Where was
friend.
the girl come to
No more
Portland?
sim pods, no more target drones. From now on,
Or
your
no?
call sign is Alpha Wing.
She doesn't
I just
come,
hope
no.
you rookies are ready. You will be taking part in operations.
She's, you know why?
Our orders are to secure the area.
She's a
and
fan
escort
of
any Alliance ships
Xbox
to
One
Neptune's
Series
moon
X.
Scanners have
And it
picked
broke
up
his
a
heart.
convoy that we believe
broke
to
his
be
heart.
the remnants of the British
You know what? You know, maybe
They got this
maybe
far
she's a
without
fan of the
pilot
Dreamcast
orders
guy
and
and Joe
miracles.
Novi uninvites
Ooh,
her.
Colin's
Job
getting
is to
OK
make sure
Boomer
they arrive
to
in Neptune in one
someone in the
day.
chat.
Somebody.
Who
Yeah.
isn't really anybody in the chat.
Convoy consists
Okay,
of
Boomer.
100
Yeah, I'm
gonna
gonna let you know, Colin.
Colin.
I've seen my analytics, and at no point do I appeal to anyone in the Boomer category. Just putting that out there.
Once you have made contact,
Yeah, we're on Skype, you know me.
escort positions and provide
Yes,
fighter
sir. You want me to
cover
add him
until
in?
you reach Fort Sherman,
Yes.
where you will be relieved.
Okay, I will do that.
But do you
encounter
even need
the
to
enemy,
ask?
Torpedo bombers are your
Well,
priority
just, you know,
targets. Fighters are secondary.
maybe you got bad blood with Genovi.
Time to lock and
He's-
load, people.
As we said, he's the Stanley Kubrick of retro gaming.
Yeah, that's it's a good thing. I mean, he's very
So-
methodical, and everything he does is very planned out and great predisposition.
If you say okay, Boomer, you should punch your own face. Oh shit, Colin and Gorilla
Ooh.
Jones gonna fight in the chat. I like it. If somebody said okay, Boomer to me and they weren't a friend, I might go a little bit weird. Might get a little bit violent.
Like, what the fuck?
Oh, but only in places where I know I can beat everybody's ass, like Portland Retro Gaming Expo. If I went to like a MMA fight, like a Bellator event here, I'm like, oh hey, okay, Boomer. It's like, yeah, okay. Hey. So I think that's Genovi.
Good afternoon, guys.
Hey,
Hello. It's good afternoon for me, sir.
Yeah, for sure.
oh, you had a cold
Sorry,
going on?
my voice is like a little jacked. What was that?
You got a cold
I think he's
going
been-
on, or what's up?
Hitting bongs all day.
Oh
Genovi,
no!
I didn't know you were in straight edge.
Yeah, smoking your own crap, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
I've been
I
a little
yeah.
under the weather.
Okay. Is it because you did that collaboration with Top Hat Gaming Man? You regret it?
gotta smoke about what I
What
did.
have I done? What have
Did you watch that?
Genovi done? I've not watched it yet.
Oh,
I have not watched
wait,
it.
did he post it already?
No, I was talking about my bit.
Oh,
I
yeah,
was-
yeah.
Sorry. I have to check it out still.
Oh yeah, it's I was extremely happy with how my deal came out.
Oh, I can imagine. Whether you're a Scorsese or a Kubrick, it's always good to hear that if the creator is happy with his work.
Kind of an Abrams shooting a PS2. You know, I've actually thought about taking some stuff out there and asking the gunnery crews to shoot them. So I probably will at some point. I know.
That would be pretty cool.
I want to get an extra like upscaler and have and have it get shot. Then you could pick up an extra one of those and have someone shoot it.
So what are you playing?
This is Starlancer for the Dreamcast.
It's no SS or whatever the fuck. What is that? What is that? Sega Stellar Assault?
Yes, so
SS?
Solid SS, yes.
Yeah, man. Yeah, unfortunately, we'd never get anything like that again on the Sega console. But you know, I still want to get that though, and your video convinced me. So, thank you and fuck you. Because I don't want to spend $100 on a game. But, you know, I think I have to eventually.
Oh man, it's really good. It really is.
How tired are you too, by the way? I know you're feeling under the weather, but
Yeah, I'm tired because I just came back from Phoenix. So
getting all
I'm
that
actually,
stuff.
you know, a little. Yeah, everything's getting situated pretty good. I guess when I looked at a house, I like it. It's out in the country.
Yeah.
I think like I kind of the longer I'm on Twitter and I get to know people in the retro game community, the more I realize that the person I have the most in common with is actually Voltar.
Oh no! Don't say that. Don't say that. Oh, I can't tell you why. But God bless him.
No, I was just saying because he's a country guy.
Well, I guess you can say that. I guess you can say that about.
That's how he presents himself, a farm boy. I don't know.
I will say that in my opinion, and this is a compliment to you, sir, you are nothing like Voltar. But I will not divulge any details. I don't want to talk shit about anybody, much less the Lord Voltar. But he's got his quirks about him, so maybe you guys have that in common. Might be country quirks, might be something else. I don't know. That's amazing. I never heard anybody say that in my life. You should talk to Bob about Voltar. You should talk to Happy Carlton about Voltar. That's funny though. Oh yeah, well, I mean, like as far as your business is going well in the land of hippies and
Let's see it.
skins.
Sorry, John Migna said, I'm looking for stuff that is funnier than Historic Nerd is. That really shouldn't be that hard, John. Just saying. It's got to be a lot more out there that's funnier than me.
You know what's funny is I think Stika's like one of the funniest guys out there.
Mm.
I remember when I first found his channel, I just bust up watching his stuff. He just has a sense of humor that lines up with mine pretty well.
Mm.
You might be racist for saying that, though. Even though he's European and basically a white guy, but he doesn't really look like it and sound like it. I think you're a racist. I think you need to retract this.
I appreciate it.
No, it's like a badge of honor being called a racist. I got called racist earlier, so I take it as a badge of honor.
Today, by a person to your face.
Oh, yeah, just outside.
You racist.
All I heard was, you racist. And then the guy said that too. Said, like, why are you making that voice? You racist. Yeah, I was like, that's how I was called a racist. Yeah, good old Steak. Well, you know, supposedly he's coming to Portland next year, right?
Yeah.
So God bless. Get him out there. Get him. I think just Steak needs to get laid. Probably some nerd gamer chick. I think he'd be all right. I think he'd turn into the next PewDiePie. I think that's all that's holding him back. He just needs to get what's her name, the Queen of Rabbites.
Oh, man.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry, you know, I know you'd be a little bit jealous. So you got the old man me, but do it for a friend. You think Spoonie is grateful that he at least isn't Linkara? Have you seen Linkara's comics? Yeah, I think anybody. I think fucking.
Well, I mean, at least Linkara makes content.
He's dead. Ooh, that's true. But then again, it's almost just like, well, Spoonie stopped using drugs and Linkara's still doing it. At least he's still using drugs.
I don't know. All I know is that Spoonie was pulling in $5,000 a month on Patreon and to stop making content altogether. And now, apparently, he actually broke up with. So I don't know why, but I follow Spoonie on like Twitter and his subreddit. And so now he broke up with his like the girl he's been with for like the last 5 years. And now he's just complaining about that on Twitter. It's like, oh, cool, another reason for you not to make content.
Well, is this the girlfriend that fucked up everything, right?
I don't know if she fucked up. I wouldn't say that. He
It took away his humor.
Is that what it is?
That's the thing. He's really hardcore feminist, and not that there's anything wrong with
But
that.
that wasn't really his humor, though.
No, but he wasn't allowed to like say anything, and he became really sensitive after meeting her, and everything was a fucking like
because like the last
That's all as
episode,
far as I know.
so he moved in with her, and the last episode he actually made was Big Trouble in Little China on the Commodore 64, I think. It was like the last video he made.
Unsung classic, I'm sure.
Yeah, and it was, I don't know, he had a funny build-up where like he's like was like getting all the hardware together to actually play the game. So we had like a Commodore 64 monitor, a Commodore 64, like a Commodore 64 tape drive. And she was like, "Do you really need all this crap?" And he's like, "You don't understand." And it was a good joke set up there, but like nothing came of it because he didn't make anything after.
Yeah, I've never
That's
seen.
probably
a
why
Scooby
she was
video.
on.
Really?
Yeah, never have seen one. I kind of have a feeling that if you go back and you watch, and maybe I'm wrong, if you go back and watch them, it's gonna be like watching Pat the NES.
No,
videos, where the
his
stars.
his stuff is not nearly that low quality. Like his stuff is dramatically better.
I would say you're probably right about that.
Yeah,
I don't think. I think it would be dated. Be like, oh, that's cute. Back when YouTube had this, but I think he was genuinely funny, or he was at least interesting, unlike Pat.
Yeah.
He didn't have to ride anyone's coattails at first to kind of even get his name out there, and his claim to fame wasn't like, I own a really expensive piece of software from some shitty tournament nobody gives a fuck about until, I guess, these internet historians start talking about it. So I don't know. I think he was a genuinely talented guy who, had he been in the entertainment industry, he would have died at 27 from a cocaine overdose. But since he's on fucking YouTube, the nothing fucking thing, all he is a miserable piece of shit. And maybe we're more miserable pieces of shit because we're talking about him right now. Who knows? So that's just how it is.
I don't know. I watched his latest NES Punk video, and it was the worst thing I've seen all year. Yeah, I can't believe people are like saying it was okay. It was terrible. You should watch it. I mean, it's just really. I'm not going to name drop people, but I actually sent the link to a bunch of people I know on Twitter. I'm just like, hey, watch this garbage, and don't look at if you don't know when it came out. Let me know when you think it actually came out, because it's like it feels like it came out like 20 years ago. It's just it's terrible.
Remember you posted that video, and I was like, I swear to God, I saw this in 2012. And I was like, oh shit, that came out yesterday.
Genovi, I would watch this, but I really don't feel comfortable installing Real Player on my computer in 2019. This fucking thing is so old. I don't know about that. Do we know who owns Real Player now? Saudi Prince? I can't.
I remember installing Real Player. That was a fun time.
Boy. Quick Time and Real Player. And before VLC just basically took over the thing, it was like, oh, well, fuck all these other players. I got VLC Video LAN player or whatever.
You talk about people that make really crappy content, though. I seen this video pop up in my feed. It was an SG-1000 video. And being I got a good buddy of mine who just hooked me up with an SG-1000 too, I thought, I should watch this video. And, man, it was terrible. Full of misinformation, and the production quality was some of the worst on YouTube. And when you realize that this guy actually went to college for video production, he went to film school, it's unreal.
All right.
Talking about.
Oh yeah,
Off the top of my head, I know two guys. I don't think it's Glenn Plant, It might be Adam Cora lick my balls. I'm guessing that's who it is. Or maybe is it RGT? I don't know. 'Cause
you got the name.
Oh shit! I'm guessing it must be Bob's best friend.
I love the
do I need to
drama
watch
there.
this?
It's fantastic.
It is pretty wonderful. Do I have to watch this, Genovi? Is what you're saying?
No, I want to watch it. Colin, which is worse, poor quality work or misinformation? Well, the beauty about Adam Koralik is that you get both.
Oh God, no! Oh
Genovi
God.
dropping them truth bombs, and Ian's gonna take the blunt of it. Like, did you see that historic nerd
Did you
stream?
see
He was
that?
talking shit about all these.
All kinds of mad
celebrities.
shit about all these other YouTube
All
people.
these celebrities. God dang.
Hey, that guy that you were talking about, Glenn Palamentro, is that who you were talking about?
Glenn Plant. He was the N64 guy back in the day.
I'm thinking of there was another guy with almost the same name, but he does really old console modifications. You know, for like Intellivision, that type of stuff.
Oh, okay, yeah. This guy is a guy who just does like slideshows of N64 stuff, but he gets a lot of views. He's like the N64 guy for some reason.
Oh, God.
Well, that's not really something you want to wear with honor. That's like if I had an N64 guy wrap around my arm, I'd be like, am I in a concentration camp? What the fuck is this, right? So I would try to rip that off from my sleeve as soon as possible. But I just remember back in the day, he'd like these very like it's like slideshows of like, I'm gonna talk about N64 games and show things that have nothing to do with the things I'm talking about. But he was like the N64 guy, and he's like, I really wish you would work on your matching what you're talking about to your footage more, because then your scripts are great and everything. But he was like, I don't have a degree. My specialty is in post-production, not pre-production. I was like, fuck you. You know what my degree is in? Jerking off, but I still fucking match the shit that I'm doing in my video to my fucking script. So
Lazy
get your hand
bastard,
off
making
the cap.
yourself look like it needs to
Stop
be.
playing N64. Take the rumble pack off. Stop fucking pleasuring yourself with that fucking rumble pack. You know what? I never seen a guy die so much at Star Fox just to get his fucking jollies off. And go fucking do something in your editing software, you fucking prick. That's just me though. I felt like I had to be savage too, because we've been so savage.
I feel left out. Gotta get up my
Ian,
game.
start talking shit about your hell right now.
No.
How he
you know,
ruined.
you know what's kind of wild? Is so like you bring up this name, and there's another YouTuber with like almost the exact same name, and it reminds me of this guy in our town here this year who was arrested for growing weed in a hemp field. So he claimed it was hemp, and he was actually growing weed. And so I read the deal, and it's like, oh, this guy Steve Shirley. I know this guy. Steve Shirley comes out to my auctions. So I called my folks. I'm like, hey, you know this guy Steve Shirley comes out to the sales? He got arrested. So I see this guy the next day that knows him. I know your best friend Steve Shirley. What happened, man? I just read that he got arrested. He's like, oh no, that's a different Steve Shirley. Like a freaking different Steve Shirley. There's only 1,500 people live in our town. You tell me there's two Steve Shirleys that live in this town.
Oh shit. That is like.
So yeah.
And to be the shittier of the Steve Shirleys too, right? It's like, oh fuck, he got busted for all this shit. Also, Genovi is having a Bruce Banner moment. I think the feeling under the weather, the overworking, collaborate.
I'm just being real here, Gorilla. I mean, is there anything wrong with just calling out people for making piss poor content? I don't think so. It's just.
Dude, it's gonna be Smash Genovi next, man. You can actually do like show
God,
Smash GT how you do it.
I was enjoying the Twitter drama that was going on, between the various of Wes and and Smash JT the other day.
Out of the loop, so.
Oh, I posted that in the group chat. You must have missed it.
I'm not seeing it yet.
Nefarious Wes was just talking all kinds of mad shit.
Okay, Wes. All right.
Oh yeah.
I know him personally.
Was he the one drinking with us in Portland?
No, he was supposed to come to Portland, but he might be arrested. I don't want to get into his personal life too much, but he's very sensitive when it comes to things like that too. By the way,
I kind of get this this vibe from him. I don't know him at all, but from his Twitter profile and the way he tweets, that he might be kind of like this SJW white knight snowflake kind of guy.
Yes and no, because he's like a contradiction. He's one of those metal guys who are very like sensitive to like, oh, you can't say this is about women, or oh, well, I can say fuck Trump, but his fuck Trump is different from my fuck Trump. I'll put it that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he got
sense?
mad at Smash. Yeah. He got mad at Smash over some stupid comment that Smash made. Like, and I remember when it happened, but I can't tell you the details because it was just so dumb that it's not worth remembering. But he's still like taking it full on.
I will say that he has probably. So by the way, Gorilla Jones said he got muted. I don't know if anybody muted. I didn't. What? Put it that way. I will say that what was it Smash would used to do in the very beginning? He used to like critique
Gorilla
channels.
Jones, no one could have muted you because you're a moderator, so you should have been fine.
I'll try to mute him. I can block you or go to channel. Okay, you're
you shouldn't.
Block his ass.
Yeah,
Block his
you
ass.
shouldn't be mutable because you're a moderator. Just saying.
I will say that he got real butthurt about the Smash JT critiquing channels thing. There's a few guys that he hangs around with. They still, I went back to their Discord for a couple weeks because Matt Ezra invited me back because he was like, yeah, let's have a chat. And I was like, yeah, fuck yeah. And then they're still talking about how they're butthurt of like what Smash JT said to them about their channels 2 years ago or whatever the fuck it was, right? So I don't know, guys. People are very sensitive. Here's my theory on like YouTube, right? I think that people who put content up on YouTube more than often than not are very broken people. Present company excluded. But there's something you want to do. It's fun and like it's good. I'm glad I did it and met people. But a lot of people do it at like bad times in their lives, or like they have really nothing else going for them. So that's when they get mean comments or thumbs downs. They really blow. It makes a fucking world of difference to them because it's their world, right? I can't believe this person said this to me. I can't believe people are disliking this. I can't believe this, that, blah, 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 right? I think it's because they need that validation because they have nothing else going on in their lives. And I'm not saying this as a mean thing or about him specifically, but maybe there are people like that out there, and you get what I'm saying. So, damn, this is some good beer. I think I need more. So I don't know.
But no, I guess like it's one of those odd things out there that's kind of all right.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who like, it's like they put all their eggs in one basket, and those eggs happen to be who they are. And once the basket gets fucking kicked a bit, and like the eggs start cracking, because somebody was being a dick, like they are, just because humans are dicks, their whole world gets shattered.
Well, the funny thing is like
compensate.
So I'll put this out there. Like, if someone like disagrees vehemently with one of my like YouTube video game history videos, I'm like, oh, okay, I can accept that. But like on the videos I make about like movies, if someone vehemently disagrees and like starts like arguing with me, I'm like, no, fuck you. I just get like way too deep into it because I'm like, it's a matter of opinion at that point. Because
the difference is you have shit going on in your life and you are taking it as a fun thing, right?
Yeah.
Your fuck you isn't like fuck you, and I'm gonna go talk. You're gonna send me private messages about, can you believe this guy? Fuck this guy. Can you leave a mean comment back to him? Like, you don't do that.
Yeah,
but some people do.
It's more like I spent like, it was funny one day at work. This guy was like commenting on my Red Dawn video, and I'm like, nah, not today. Not letting this one slide. And I just went full into it and just started arguing with the guy about Red Dawn. Because I'm like, if you think anything from the Red Dawn remake is redeemable, you're just an idiot. That's just the only way I feel about you as a person.
The way I see the difference is like, yeah, Ian, when you're doing that, right? It's like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? Fuck this guy. Like, I'm getting away with that. That's like kind of your attitude. But like some people are like, I can't believe this guy fucking say this.
Yeah.
Fuck this guy. You know, like they get real fucking.
No, it's just like when people on YouTube get really particular about some things. I'm like, I don't understand it. Like if you're spreading
section?
Well, yeah, like that. But like if you're spreading misinformation, that's like one thing. And like if you're completely wrong about stuff and you have a massive following for whatever reason and are never apologetic or bother issuing apologies or corrections, I can see why people would be irritated with you as a content creator. But it's just, yeah, one of those things.
You know, I rarely call out anybody, but I did call out Adam Korlick in a minor way. And there's some people that were like upset that I said anything about it. It's like, you know, why do you think you feel the need to go after this guy? You know, you should be like focusing on your own shit, not talking about him. It's like, well, how can I not say anything? I watched the video and it's full of misinformation. This guy got 100K subs. I mean, you know, he has a responsibility to be doing some fucking research, you know?
Last week when I was
Crazy.
talking to Bob, he was telling me about some video he did about some cables, or I don't know what the fuck it was, but
Yeah,
apparently
he just
Voltar
like
got
talks
blocked
out his
by him.
ass.
Yeah, Voltar got blocked him, and like I guess he like banned Bob's comments and Voltar's comments from his channel, and he was like,
Yeah.
I was talking about that. I was like, it's so funny, but he was trying to, you know, he just tries to play the victim. See, Korlick plays the game though.
Hey,
I think
Alex,
he
what's up,
really
man?
cares about it. Hey, Alex, human interact. But yeah, it's just fucking crazy. I'm gonna call in and throw over viewers.
Nice.
For it.
It's
Ian,
about
how long are
time.
you gonna?
Yeah, so, yeah.
I think we're gonna go for another 40-ish minutes.
All right, cool. I'm gonna go and grab a beer, and I'm gonna tell you what I really feel about Genovi.
Let me go
Yes,
ahead and, Alex, you on
I
Skype?
would give Genovi another hug. I'll put it that way.
Yeah,
All right,
Alex,
I'll be right back.
Hop on Skype.
Yeah, Alex, you better have watched my NBA Jam video, or else we're not friends anymore. That's
Yeah,
that's exactly how I'm putting it. And I don't want to be hearing this ageist deal that I keep on getting in there that I'm too young to be reviewing these games.
Oh God, yeah. Clearly, this guy didn't grow up with NBA Jam.
Freaking love it.
I don't know. The thing to me was, I was sitting there thinking, I'm like, wow, I would have thought the 32X version of NBA Jam would have rated higher.
Yeah, me too. But it really. Well, I think I laid out the case pretty well.
No, you broke it down in categorically that like you established what your feelings were. But I don't know, it's just me entirely anecdotally, like the way I played it. I just feel like the 32X version just plays the smoothest out of all the ones I've played. Entirely anecdotally, that's just my experience with it.
Yeah,
But
it's really
you were-
good.
Hmm?
Oh, go on.
No, you go.
Oh, I was just gonna say that you know, I was kind of surprised is kind of how they all played out because I always thought the 32X version was the best. And
Oh, hey guys.
what's up, Alex?
Hey, Alex, what's going on, man?
So we're crossing the streams right now. We're just getting ready to end my stream here, and I'm just telling everybody we're calling in on your stream right now to throw over. Why should people go over from Twitch to YouTube just to watch what you guys are doing?
Because Twitch is a thing that I don't
Well,
want
we
to
are
use.
getting into some heavy NBA Jam discussion right now.
And we are talking
about why.
Oh,
why
Yeah, and we
the
are talking
32X
that.
ranked third.
Yeah, and we
Oh,
are
did you
talking
s-
mad shit about other YouTubers right now too, as well.
Oh, did you say NBA Jam, Mister?
Genovi!
Oh.
Tonight's
That's
matchup,
awesome.
Genovi versus
I don't have you guys loaded up.
Historic Nerd.
There you go.
That's great. I love it.
So anyway, how do we find you guys? How do we get over to you?
YouTube.com/HistoricNerd.
There you go. You heard it, guys.
Yeah.
So
That
we're gonna
easy.
end our stream. We just played some of the new games from the what is it? The
Stadia?
No. No, we played the Game Awards were like, hey, we got all these new games you can just play. Instead of like going to E3 and when like journalists can play, you can just play. So they were only open for like 48 hours and they're gonna end like, I don't know, in like 10 hours or so.
Oh.
So there you go. Captain Sheepy just came over. Say welcome, Captain Sheepy. He's crossing the streams too. I don't know if he's
nice.
still watching this one or not.
I like how you keep saying that, and I'm thinking like, oh God, I hope it's not Ghostbusters 2016.
All right. So what are you playing right now, guys? And we'll throw it off and say goodbye here.
Oh God, we're playing Starlancer on Dreamcast right now.
Wait, is this the last Chris Roberts joint before he was just like, fuck it, I'm just gonna take Kickstarter dollars and make a game forever.
Well, yeah, this is when he started, what was it, Digital Anvil? And he got, he did this, and then he did Freelancer, and then he was like, fuck it, I'm gonna take all the money. and just start making, like, just, God, funding his own country with the amount of money he's dumped into Star Citizen.
Star Citizen's like a legit thing, though. Like,
yeah,
when you look at
it's
what
coming
they built,
together, yeah.
It's like, yeah, like, it's just, they just needed a 10-year development cycle to make it real.
It's just like, people like me are like, I just want Wing Commander. That's all I want. I don't want this. I don't want any of this.
And it's like, well, Blizzard does the same thing. They spend 10 years making a game, and then people are like, oh, fucking greatest ever. But when you realize like how much time they put into it, you're like, oh shit.
You're like,
they're just silent. They just don't tell you.
You guys
until they're
spent
just like,
15 years making an FPS that has cartoony graphics? God damn it.
Yeah, but it's fucking good, man.
I don't know. I got kind of burned out on Overwatch pretty quick. Just putting that out there.
You can get burned out on it, but nobody ever says that Overwatch is a bad game.
You know, once they took away the scatter shot from Hanzo, I'm gonna say it's a bad game. That's how I feel about it. Just putting that out there. But then
when they made that game, like when you play, you're like, this is pretty good. It's pretty good. Just because it doesn't have staying power for you doesn't mean it's not a pretty good game. Because you still play it.
I mean, like, people will pay money for just about anything. Doesn't require like taste. just say.
You mean like Coors Light?
Yeah. You're a terrible person for drinking that. Just saying. Are you trying to hydrate? What are you doing?
He's riding the silver bullet.
Yeah, exactly. Drink something real, like fucking Voodoo Ranger.
You mean like Suntory whiskey? I was drinking that earlier. See, Alexander Mejia rides the good stuff, and then he cruises on the cheap shit so that he can taste the value.
I feel like you're just making yourself fat with the carbs there.
And with that, thank you very much for roasting me and my crew. Please check out Historic Nerd.
Yeah.
He is really cool, and he's got a lot of fun things to say, and he has no problem talking shit to me. So, all right, I'm gonna end my stream here, and then I'm probably gonna hang out on Historic Nerds for like a little bit here, and then yeah, that's it. All right, guys. Cheers from Human Interact. Go over to youtube.com/historicnerd and watch him, and you can listen to them talk shit about games and stuff. Old games, not new games. So, all right, cheers, everybody.
Alex, I'm gonna let you finish it all, but this time I'm gonna get off my chest. I'm gonna let you know what I think about Genovi. Genovi, you still here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Genovi, you still here?
Busting
all right,
up,
shit,
man.
I gotta get this off my chest, my manly ass chest. Bro, Genovi, you know what I would do if you were here right now, right in front of me?
I hope I would get a hug.
Oh,
fuck, you ain't get no hug. First thing I gotta do is buy you a beer. And because Joe is a good family man, he don't even drink beer, so I'd be buying a beer for myself. So I just be doing what I'm doing.
That's bullshit. You buy yourself a beer.
That's what I'm saying. Genovi, you're all right in my book. You let me buy beers for myself. I love you, brother.
I know it's the only reason you guys hang out with me is because you have a built-in designated driver. It's kind of bullshit, but I know it's true.
You say that.
Jimmy West.
Uber.
You say that.
Jimmy
it's
West.
like Uber or fucking Lyft.
Oh, wait a second. Do I have Jimmy? Yes, I do. Oh my God, I can do this.
Tonight's matchup: Alexander Mejia versus Genovi, Pickle Dog, and Jimmy Hoppa.
There you go.
That is right.
I forgot. You haven't heard these, have you?
I did.
How'd you get these?
Genovi has it, yeah.
Genovi hasn't. Well, that's why we asked you to come play NBA Jam.
Oh boy.
You know what? I'm gonna grab another beer. Hang on one sec.
He's riding the silver bullet.
Alex paid the NBA Jam guy what, $200?
Okay, so union rates are typically $800 a session, and he's a double union scale.
Oh. but he's cool. He was like, "Hey, I do this for some ho-hos and a hand job, bro." Give me the script. Give me the script and keep your lips shut until I tell you to open them.
He didn't make you wear a red wig, did he?
No. None of that happened. Okay.
The next year.
He was a really cool guy about it though.
It's pretty awesome. Now you have too many toys now, Alex.
Yeah, that's the problem. Like I can just like go through here and just like click these buttons and it's just like, okay, what? Okay.
You're dead.
Okay. Yeah.
You've taken the power away from the streamer.
All right.
With these toys.
Awesome.
Ian, you're powerless.
I will say this though. I mean, like when you get a union actor to record voices for you, and you do it under scale.
There should be a Chivo for this.
So there you go.
It'd be really fun to actually record an NBA Jam Tournament Edition clip, and then sub in all those voice samples over the top of it.
Okay, people.
So we could. Actually, we were playing NBA Jam and it was kind of confusing because I kept hearing his voice and it's just like him and then like him 20 years later. It's like there's not any difference.
So Alex, do you enjoy Coors when you drink it?
Yes, I do.
So someone in my chat just said Coors Light is enjoyed by serial killers. So I just wanted to see if you fell into that American.
Take part in that false equivalency.
I'm just saying, like, do you fall into that American Psycho camp of Coors?
Where it's like it's the silver can and it's been cooled the whole time, and if the temperature reaches above 18 Celsius, then it cannot be drank.
Truly, the embossed
Mountain High.
the embossed. I can't believe Jimmy enjoys that can more than mine.
So Alex, did you?
So I'm very drunk at this point. I apologize.
Yes, I did. I tried running Jag version, and I could only get 2-player because they don't have 4-player on it. Even though I think the game supports 4-player on the Jag.
See, 700 Steak
all
just asked
Jag
about.
emulators are crap.
Sorry.
Here's a crazy deal I haven't heard anybody talk about. Did you know that the Atari VCS is going to support Jag emulation? Supposedly.
Oh, you mean that thing you can allegedly pre-order on Walmart.com? But sorry, 700 Streak asked what Dreamcast game. This is Star Lancer, is a game we're playing right now. But yeah, the Atari VCS, the one that's being made by that whatever random corporation that's making the game console, you can actually pre-order it right now on Walmart.com.
Hey, that's my brother you're talking about.
Oh, he works at Atari VCS?
Fucking AC Slater is making a fucking video game console? Shit, Mario Lopez. Respect, bro.
Zach Morris is trash.
No, I'm not related to him, so.
I mean, your uncle is doing the fucking Amico, or what is it?
Tommy Tallarico.
Good shit.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Like these recordings that I made, I mastered them. Like I think I mastered them better than any of the games sounded. I was like, okay, this sounds kind of like the way that the game sounds, and then I played them next to the game. It's like, oh, the game does not sound anything like this. I just like the way you imagine these things sounding, and then what they actually sound like. Like, oh.
If you're applying it and making it sound like the actual game, then that's fine and dandy. But I have a request for you to go down to Texas and find Alex Jones and have him record all the video game lines. Make some real Sega CD Alex Jones.
Do I still have? Hang on.
I don't think he's union, so I don't know how to talk to people who aren't union actors. So.
I think you can buy a couple of water filters and some pills, and he'd tell you anything you'd like.
Alex, how much money do we need?
My Alex Jones soundboard got removed from my phone.
To hire Alex Jones and make a video game around him for the Sega CD.
He's not a union actor. He's a wild card. He's unknown. I would not say a number out loud and feel confident.
I want to say, Genovi, when you're on the Joe Rogan podcast, can you ask Joe about getting Alex Jones to do this for us? Moving on up. I mean, at this point, we might have to ask Yahel, but you know, Genovi's been on some hot shot podcasts, and he is like our way in. For better or worse.
I'm probably your best bet at this point. Let's just be honest.
I believe so.
Colin Swinburne's
think
actually
Yahel's got,
thankful too with these voices.
What are you?
Probably shouldn't taunt him so much. Get off your crazy power trips.
Oh my
It's,
god.
random Alex
What did I
jokes.
walk into? I just sent my wholesome
Killing me.
group of people over here, and you guys are just like,
I'm sorry, Joe, for saying those
The
things.
more they abuse you, the more you enjoy it.
Sorry. Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay. Yeah, it's Alex Jones soundboard.
So anyway, welcome back,
Yeah.
everybody, to the to what are we playing again?
Starlancer for the Sega Dreamcast. A game many people didn't play, and a lot of people only played it on the PC.
I'm sorry that I come on here and then I bring on the crazy.
Ruin everything.
I take it to I take it to another level, sir.
I try to ruin this stream, but I can't.
Let's see.
I try to
Gorilla
bring up
Jones.
Hitler.
Let's see, Gorilla Jones
All
is
right.
asking, is the Russian
Alex,
military powerless?
I really have to know what you thought about my NBA Jam episode, being you are a big NBA Jam fanatic.
I told you, man. I thought it was amazing what you put together. That's a ton of work that it takes to do. And honestly, I did not think that there were any versions better than the arcade in terms of like the Saturn and the Jag. And I played both Saturn and Jag versions. And the Saturn version has bad AI, but other than that, it's actually like, for the most part, better than the arcade. The math is different though, in terms of like, you know, how points and stuff happen. Like I got pretty screwed in that game several times where it's like, oh man, I know, because I played the arcade version like every day at my job for probably like a year or two straight.
All right.
Yeah, that's definitely. I think it's true of all the versions that the math is slightly different, and so are the mechanics, and you know, it becomes a very subjective deal. It's like it's very hard to quantify as far as a review goes like that. So it's kind of left to personal discretion. And you know, for a game like NBA Jam, I know growing up, it was always a game that I played against somebody else. I hardly ever sat there and played it by myself. So you're doing a review and I'm playing this by myself, and it's like,
Yeah, and it's hard to tell. Yeah.
All right,
But the
sorry,
problem is
I
we're playing with
gotta
two
bring
people.
a couple things in chat real quick, guys. One, Alex Jones smokes DMT, not taking pills. Mel Vitale, have you seen him with his shirt off? That guy's ripped as fuck. Two, hey, new guy, stop cutting off Historic Nerd. He will find you. New guy is Alex Mejia, and he's beautiful, and he's my internet boyfriend. And three, Ian, calm down.
Yeah.
You're drunk.
Yeah,
Ian is a
apparently.
good boy. He didn't do nothing
Fair-
wrong. He
I've
didn't
been,
do nothing.
Him all day.
was
How long is
I,
this gonna take?
Was I being too aggressive in the
Thank-
crap I was giving Alex? What's that going on? Or?
I don't think so. I think that Alex is you. And Alex, you need to take advantage of this. You need to take advantage of this, buddy.
They're just telling you, just slow down.
Let's ruin this whole man's career. I'm gonna send you an army uniform. You ruin this whole man's career. Show up as Ian at his work.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, we're gonna go. Was it query some fucking guns? What the hell was that word that you used, son? That testing the sights out and everything. It could be like a fucking Child's Play-esque. What was the word that you used for that?
What did I use?
I heard query or something like that.
I don't remember.
I don't know. Whatever.
That was like 4 beers. That was like 4 beers ago. I'm too far in.
Damn.
Let's see. If Russia was the size of France, Napoleon would have wiped his ass. Russia's overrated. Russia has a lot of stuff going for them. In terms of their disinformation campaign and the way they've managed their country and their authoritarianism, that's kind of worked out well for them.
Very good Olympic training regimens too.
Well, doping and all that. But yeah.
You know.
But it's just one of those things where, like, the rest of Europe has downsized dramatically in terms of their military size, where Russia has maintained theirs at well over 1 million soldiers in arms, so they kind of have a serious advantage.
You're forgetting the most important part about Russian history, though. If it wasn't for that meddling Rocky Balboa, Russia would have gotten away with everything.
Oh yeah, freaking like, you know, the hero of that story is really, you know, Ivan Drago.
Yeah,
But clearly,
he finished the job the Predator apparently could not.
yeah.
So that movie, by the way, gave me nightmares as a kid.
Predator
You
or
guys
Rocky
should shame
4?
Alex into being quiet.
I hope not.
No, I'm right here. I'm just letting you guys. That's what a good.
That's what a good
That's
host.
what- no,
That's what a
Alex-
host
Alex-
buddy does. Lets everybody else
Alex is,
talk.
I feel like Portland is always way too short, and like Alex, this was your first time, right?
Yes,
today?
yes, it was my first time.
It was
popped
over,
my Portland
like-
retro cherry, and there you
I
go.
actually, here's the thing. I actually did want to play more video games with you, but I was either too tired, or
Or,
I don't know,
you
I
know,
wasn't
Yahel forgot the power cord to the CDI.
hell forgot power.
Exactly. Thank you. Someone said it. Thank you.
Well, that was a blessing not in disguise. 'Cause I know Yahel. He doesn't like CDI. He's a good bloke. That one. I think next year I'm gonna try to. Like, I don't know what the hell Stika's doing and everybody else is doing, but like I was saying earlier, it's like we should all try to like stay in the same place.
I think, you know what we should do?
That's why I got the hotel. I thought all y'all.
So-
I told you
Yeah,
guys
no.
like 2 months before. Like, get the hotel.
I don't have like a real job, so I'm poor. So thank you, Genovia,
So
for
I'm-
letting me into your heart.
So I'm thinking, like, maybe we should
Fun
just
hanging out
find
in the place.
a large Airbnb.
That would be
And just
fun.
after
Yeah.
the convention's over, guess everyone hang out there.
If Michael, our good friend Michael, the Space Asylum, if his wife wasn't crazy, you know, we could have him come over too, or use some of his places or his studio or whatever the fuck. But the place that's being built next to his apartment is being opened up, so there'd be hopefully better rates or more options to stay right there by the fucking thing. I could get in Burgerville like every day if I wanted to go staying at the hotel. And you know,
I will say this though.
expand my colon cancer.
The hotel was great because we met a lot of really great people and we made a lot of friends. And if we're at the
It
Airbnb,
was pretty wild. Yeah, I was surprised. I
that's
was
what you do for the after party. But
Yeah.
then that means you got to be ready to like, you know, skip the first half. Did you notice how I was never up before noon?
Drinking is pretty great.
It was
lot of
like
people
being in
were-
college all over again, just but for the weekend. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll figure out something so where everybody's like at least closer in the same place. Like you know, like last year, like Genovia, you stayed over with Yahel, and you know, like Ian, you were staying with your friend Tate.
Well, no, it's more like
I was staying with Yahel and
well-
having sex.
Well, this year I was using
It
my
was very
free fucking army points to get hotel stay points. I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, cool.
Next year though, no wife, right? Because of the scare. Or?
Well, no, it was more or less things like, you can't come this year because I don't want you to wreck the car again, and I don't want that stress.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Toxic masculinity.
Wait, would the
Alright, so
SNES,
hold on,
the NES
hold on,
been made if Japan won World War II? Probably not.
All right, hold on a second. Colin's going crazy in the chat here. We got to catch up with him. First of all, he's telling me that I'm lying, and he says he wants to go to Portland so he can fight you, Ian. Apparently,
Yeah,
because you're
we
the
have
tallest
to-
motherfucker.
we have to
You
fight,
probably
yeah.
get that all the time anyway, so whatever.
Colin is ready to get his
That's
ass kicked by.
4 deep. 316. These are like 12%, by the way. So
Oh shit.
yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty. That's
All
pretty
right.
dangerous.
Gorilla Jones asking, controversial.
No way.
Would the NES been made if Japan had won World War II?
Probably not. Putting that out there.
Yeah, probably.
I think Japan would have dramatically lagged behind in electromechanical entertainment.
Yeah.
Just
So
saying.
would tenta rape be a thing? That's the bigger question.
Would hentai rape or tentacle rape?
Tentacle rape.
No, it was already a thing in the 30s when they did the block print of the fisherman's wife. So they had already started it well before that point.
You are surprisingly well versed in the tenta
I
rape.
am.
That's amazing.
The random facts I remember about Japan, like the funny thing, like Nihon, right? You would think like Japan, like land of samurai, Like, but no, Nihon means land of books, and that has a lot to do with the fact that Japan was, they were publishing more books per capita than any place on the planet.
They probably still are right now.
Yeah, no, they probably are. Yeah, because like
honest.
Japan had established
Bookstores
the
are
fact.
still a very common thing.
Yeah, so it's
You can go to a 7-Eleven and they have an entire shelf of books you can buy.
Yeah, it's
Some of it might be smut.
It's a very unique thing like that. Like Japan, like had established itself as a country that just published prolifically. It's amazing. Fisherman's Wife, the original furry porn? No, I don't think it qualifies as furry because it was more octopusy.
Slither.
But yeah.
Octopusy. Oh,
Yeah, so I
interesting.
don't know how to define that, but yeah.
It's a James Bond movie or something you type in on DeviantArt every day to see the updates.
Yeah. The NES would indoctrinate young warriors. Yeah. I don't know. What I find really fascinating was like, like Japan, unlike the United States, like around that period, like they only supplied their army about 50%. So the army had to go and forage for the rest of it. So they just ended up going and robbing local provinces for more food, which is really intriguing.
Hey. That's what is best in life, man.
Yeah, no, it's really intriguing because like they're like an industrialized nation, industrialized army, and all that stuff. So like when they would go and occupy an enemy territory, they'd only be supplied for 50% of what they needed, and they had to take
It's
the rest.
probably, I hate to say, it's probably a good strategy too because it makes people more fierce, more fucking like bloodthirsty. Like, I gotta fucking steal for shit too. It's like I gotta fucking beat some people
Well,
down.
I mean,
rape
like,
some
but
people.
like, I guess like if you're looking at
I'll
it
do
from like an
whatever.
ancient Western viewpoint of like the Spartans and how they would forage for food, but I mean like, but with a modern industrial army that's conscripts, you really kind of want to, you know, supply them what they need. That's just me.
But that turns people soft.
it makes soft
You know.
soldiers.
Oh, so soft.
Or it makes them very brutal, yeah, in the way they do
Yeah,
things.
right? Exactly. Well, we'll see.
Yeah.
Once World War III happens, I'm waiting. I've been waiting for that guy Godot, and I've also been waiting for World War III.
GoBots. That's what you mean. GoBots.
Yeah, GoBots. There you go.
The Kmart GoBots.
Yeah, I've also been waiting for. I've been waiting for Ian.
What am
That's
I
it.
waiting
Waiting
on
for
right
Ian.
now? Here? Well, let's get
You wanna switch your game, by the way? Because
we
I
have
don't
been
know
playing
what's
this for a while, so we're gonna switch something else. So we got Echo the Dolphin, we got Silver, Armada, we got Berserk.
I wouldn't mind seeing Silver.
Check out Silver. This game's pretty good. I'm bored now.
Colin. Oh, you know what? Fuck you. We're gonna fight.
You know
We
what,
fight and we have
Colin?
fun.
Come to America. I will fight you. I swear to God. Let's just do this.
Be at the airport.
Right.
Oh,
right
my
there.
man, you have no
tickets just to
idea
fight
In front of
how much you
TSA.
are fitting the stereotypical American right now.
No, Colin and I have had this going for a while.
That's all right. He's just like, I'll throw fists in anyone's face.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
No, it's
That's the American way.
Yeah.
That's the America that I miss. That's why I left America. A bunch of pussies who don't want to throw fists. So I came to Japan. I get into fights every night, and these people are short, so I fucking pound them. I just fucking wail on them.
I fight every time I'm in this club.
I tried to be a pro wrestler, but all that shit was fake. I need the real poundings.
Oh, wait. This is Smacker video technology and the MPEG soft deck.
Yeah.
Ooh, what surprise have we wandered into tonight?
We got Silver,
Mm-hmm.
created by Deep Silver, who created Shenmue 3.
Ooh, so I can tell you a little bit about Deep Silver. I don't know, they're still kind of around, so I can't say too much.
Go on.
You won't disclose
They-
your secret identity.
They make shitty games.
So they don't make any games. They have other game studios that
Oh no.
they own, and then they publish those games. But I will
I didn't
say
know they were
this.
that big.
So Deep Silver is like very small. So they were Koch Media in Germany, and they were
Okay.
originally a distributor of like movies. So like whenever a movie was made in America and they wanted to distribute it to like Eastern Europe or whatever, or like maybe Scandinavia or whatever, they would publish those movies, and then they started doing the same thing for games. So they did the same thing for Square Enix. They would publish Square Enix's games in Europe.
Okay.
And then eventually they were just like, let's make a game. And then they got some money. They handed it over to a developer in Europe, and that was Dead Island. And then they paid a company to do a trailer, and that company was like young and hungry, and they were just like, fuck, man, we're going to make like the best trailer ever. And they're like, okay, let's do it. And then they knocked out this killer trailer for the game.
Awesome trailer with the backwards
with
shit,
with the
right?
girl like flying out the window reverse.
Yeah, and everyone's like, fuck, I gotta play this game. It was like the height of like zombie games and shit. And like that game just sold a lot of units. And Koch Media was like, which was Deep Silver, they were like, well, fuck, video games are easy.
Let's just make Shenmue 3.
Let's just, okay, well, wait. There's something that happened in between there. THQ had just gone bankrupt.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, like some free rights out there, yeah.
So Volition, the company that I was working for, went for sale. This is all public information. Like, you can read this in a Polygon article. But all these companies were coming around shopping through, because when you're doing a public sale for your company, everybody has to be able to come in and do due diligence to determine whether or not what you have for sale is worth anything. So like EA's coming in, Rockstar's coming in, Ubisoft's coming in, and they're just like, so how does your streaming system work? You know, like that's the secret sauce for any open world video game, is how do you stream all this stuff in and do it? And it sucks because like we basically showed all of our competitors what we had, and all they had to do was stack the chips at the table. To say, oh, well, we'd be willing to buy your company for more than $1 million. That's all they needed.
But nature is volatile.
Yeah.
This book chronicles
and
deep-throated competition.
And so the two bidders that were serious about it were Deep Silver and Ubisoft. And Ubisoft bids like some like, I don't know what the exact value is, but it was just like they bid like $21 million, and like Deep Silver goes $21.1 million, and Ubisoft says, fine, it's all yours.
Oh, that's not how you. That's not how you do it. If anyone's ever been on eBay, they spend way too much on shitty auctions of things they don't need. Ubisoft, what the fuck?
Yeah, and so like, for example, like, you know, within like a few weeks, they're just like, hi, we're your new owners, and they're very German, and we're just, it's this huge culture shock from like what we had, because like the THQ guys were fairly Hollywood at the time. Danny Bilson, who was running the company, was like super Hollywood. His daughter, something Bilson, I don't know. People probably know who she is, but she's like an actress and stuff. And like Danny Bilson had done movies in Hollywood, and we had a game that was being done by Guillermo del Toro, and like all that just like stopped after the bankruptcy.
Dude, that sucks. Fuck Deep Silver. That's my takeaway. Should have been Ubisoft or Ubisoft.
Well, I'll say this: if Ubisoft bought us, they probably would have scrapped. This is totally my opinion. This has nothing to do with any sort of factual information, but they probably would have canceled Saints Row 4.
Okay.
I feel like Ubisoft would have come in, taken whatever useful technology you had, and they just stripped you for parts.
No, Ubisoft doesn't do that. They'd still be making whatever Volition would be making, either Saints Row or Agents of Mayhem. I believe that Ubisoft would have done a good job of shipping either game, but the way that Saints Row 4 shipped, it would not have shipped that way. It would have been canceled or said, you're making this a next-gen game and you get another 2 years and like redo all the art, redo everything. Because the thing is, Saints Row 4 was like a quick project because it was similar to Saints Row 3, right? It had same city.
Hey, Easy, what's up, man?
Oh.
And Yosef
two
Samian,
things.
we saved his Saturday night. Good to hear.
But you're probably gonna end the stream pretty soon.
About,
sorry, buddy.
about 25 minutes we're probably gonna end.
Easy. We were talking about how you're taller than Chewbacca earlier.
Okay, let's save the stream for like a Hitler versus Walt
That's
Disney.
it. Yeah,
Oh, God.
Alex. Yeah, it's interesting to hear though. Yeah.
Oh, God, girl.
Yeah, we need to get back together because I can tell you all kinds of crazy
Oh,
stuff.
I want to hear. Yeah, like next year, like when I'm not super like jet lagged either. we're gonna
Dude, you
be fucking-
slept like half the
Dude.
time I was there.
I know.
Oh, Easy, glad you got it, man.
we're gonna be fighting people with no shirts on in Portland and also fucking with rubbers. That's what's happening next year.
Only if we can do it on a unicycle.
Oh yeah, we could do it.
Because we gotta one up that guy.
Dude, some hipster in Portland, we can kick his ass, take his.
We gotta one up. What's his name? And we can do is just.
Dude, we're fucking bitches with no rubbers and fighting people on unicycles. It's happening. And you know what, Genovi? I know you're a family man, but you're gonna partake.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, you will be.
So Easy, I'm glad you got the cart, man.
Practicing unicycle riding.
Jimmy, did I show you pictures of what I made for the cartridge for my Patreon?
I have not seen.
I've seen it all over Twitter. That thing is badass.
Yeah.
Sir, how do I get
God,
one?
you know, well, yeah, for $15.
Let me go to
episode.
the
Yeah, but no. The funny thing was, I went to Kinko's to print off the box art, and they're like, "Oh, we can't print this." I'm like, "Why?" Like, "Oh, copyright stuff." I'm like, "It's not real." And they were like arguing
Like,
with
this is mine. Yeah,
I'm like,
this is mine.
it's completely made up. Everything on here except for the Sega Genesis logo is made up. And they were like fighting me on it. I'm like, oh my god. I'm like, all right, I'll find somewhere else. I'm like, all I want is you to print the freaking label on a nice magazine fucking paper. That was annoying. So I ended up going like across town and finding like a random. What would you call it? It was like a book publisher who was like, yeah, whatever. How many you want to do? I'm like, all I want to do, can you print like 5 of them for me? They're like, yeah.
Oh.
But yeah, it was just really funny. They just never had that, they're like, oh, you mean, you can sign this paperwork and, call the copyright holder. And I'm like, well, that's never going to happen. Because it's not real. It's just so annoying.
All right, so what is this game we're playing?
We're playing a game called Silver right now, which is it's like a hack and slash type RPG game on the Dreamcast, which has that pre-rendered background effect you see in a lot of older PS1 games.
Like Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah, kind of like Final Fantasy VII, like that, but it has this cool kind of effect to it.
It's crazy that they would even do that because the Dreamcast actually has real processing power to do more than 30 polygons.
It was infograms.
Yeah, infograms, yeah, but the Dreamcast, it had that unique position of coming out in between those eras.
Oh.
So they really people were making games, but they didn't know what power they had at their disposal.
What the fuck? By the way, I went to your Twitter to go look at shit. As soon as I open up Twitter, somebody's posting a what the fuck post of YouTube is promoting a comedy video 2019 funny videos. Try not to laugh funny vines ad. And it's a kid who looks like he's maybe 7 years old fucking a cow.
Oh god.
This is why I don't go on Twitter, people.
This is why I stay on Twitter.
Here's my limit test. If I go on Twitter and the first 5 posts something upsets me or offends me or whatever the fuck, I'm like, this is retarded. I just leave Twitter. And I've not been on Twitter.
Baby!
You're following the wrong thing.
Oh yeah, baby. Twitter, I just
You need to let me go
cannot.
through your list and curate out all the bad accounts.
It's not even that though, because people like shit or they retweet shit.
Yeah, but I will say this, you know what? The best thing
And I don't
about
want to see what people like.
Yeah, but the best thing about Twitter?
Doom is coming to video games! Wait,
No!
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
God, if Absolute Rose Street was an actual TV show that I could watch, every Saturday morning, I would just... Oh my god. I would watch it all the time.
They would so run out of things to do. That show could not go. Oh no, our show is constantly failing. Oh.
I mean, let's think about this. Though. Like, they could constantly talk about the 32X and how it was coming to video games. Like virtual racing coming to video games.
Genovi, yeah, you know what? Fuck this. You know, Genovi, you've been very quiet. I just went on Twitter and I saw this picture of you holding 9 NES systems. What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
You didn't
You
have to
can
Photoshop
suck
those
it, noobs.
NESs.
But,
I know
sorry,
those are
so
9 Sega Saturn systems, and you Photoshop NESs because you don't want to be judged by your friends
Sorry, so,
who like CDI.
see, what's that? So
Dude.
Gorilla Jones brought up a
You know,
question about the USS Gerald
One
Ford.
time I had access to that many.
I imagine. I used to buy multiple systems too, and I was like, what am I doing? My systems ain't ever gonna break. I treat them with tender love and respect.
Exactly.
There you go. How am I gonna find Ian's Twitter account without having to scroll through assholes?
Ooh.
I'm just speaking the truth, sir.
I'm sorry. Oh, how can I find oxygen that doesn't have 2 parts water?
How can I find oxygen that isn't?
2 parts hydrogen, 1 part oxygen.
Well,
Sorry. It's the Coors talk.
fine.
Yeah,
Thanks
Gorilla.
for kids. Don't forget, drive responsibly.
Yeah, Gorilla.
And you have to
This man got a bunch
keep
of
on
drunk
the side
people
streets and
together.
remember to turn your lights on. Kaboom!
Apparently, HistoricNerd doesn't even follow me.
What?
That's sad.
What?
What?
We're not
It's because you don't
friends.
use Twitter, so that makes sense.
Yeah,
Who do I not
got
follow? What
blocked.
now?
Dude,
Nah,
I
just
sent you
check
a
it out.
message on Twitter, Jimmy. I was like, dude, I got this stream coming up in 3 weeks. It's going to be really cool. We're playing this Japanese game. I just want you to be there because I feel like you know something about it. And then you like come back 2 months later like, oh, sorry.
Hey, you know what? If it makes you feel any better, you're not the only one.
I know. It's okay.
Are you really saying I don't
Ian doesn't
follow
use his
you?
brain picture. I got you. We follow each other. I just was
Yeah.
scrolling down and was looking for your brain. And I was like, oh, it's your beautiful face. All right, let me see this Genesis. thing.
Gorilla Jones is telling me to mute all of you so I can talk.
Hey, just go for it.
I
Pick a topic
probably
and
should,
go.
but nah, it's okay. No, I find you get like 4 drunk people together. At one, well, 3
Well,
drunk people. Genovi doesn't
so.
drink, but yeah, you get that type of like chaos together. It's hard to get a edge in once in a while.
Genovi will drink when he comes to visit me in Japan, and I drug him and fucking alcohol bomb anus him or whatever, like I got tampons, and you know what? I ain't even bleeding. They're not for that, Genovi. You come on down here and you get yourself an enema. All right, here you go. Wow, that's
Thanks.
beautiful.
Thanks.
Oh no, that's no. The historic. I found the historic. I would be saying that if you would like bend over in front of me and you let me like put that tequila soaked tampon in your ass. If it makes you feel anything, I would say it's
God damn it.
beautiful. It's very romantic. That is very nice though. That Genesis. Do you have a game in it, or is it just like, decorations?
Yeah, I really appreciate your offer, but thinking about it, I think that like a Dreamcast guy or Adam Koralik is a little bit more your speed as far as willingness to do bend over and
Well,
you just need to just
I don't
get the
want
angry
no
video
horror.
game nerd, man.
I don't want no horrors, man. I want a pure boy. I'm sorry. And they're very few and far between out there.
So Gorilla Jones is complaining there hasn't been a single Hitler, Stalin, or Tojo reference entire stream.
Well, I did mention Hitler a few times.
You did, but also I would like to point out that you picked up glasses recently that make you look like Tojo, which is fantastic.
Thank you. You know what?
It's
I was hanging out
fantastic.
with somebody. We had a work function last week, and somebody told me that I looked like Tojo, and I was like, you're the second person who's told me that. And thank you. That's exactly what I'm going for.
The other was my random American friend who was like,
Yeah,
those
I
are
was like, yeah, my
sick
friend in
glasses. You
America.
look just like Tojo.
He's the first person who realized it. I was like, thank you. And I was like, I want to do the Hitler stash to make it more authentic, but if Michael Jordan can't get away with the Hitler stash, what am I gonna do?
what am I really gonna do with this?
What did I ever stand a chance? No. Did Hitler ever stand a chance? He did. But America, like they always do, they ruin everything. They go abroad and they ruin everything.
So God, I went
So,
to.
there you go, Gorilla.
So
Okay,
I went to a meeting and this colonel was talking about because apparently his wife is German. He was talking about her like being German. He was making references about World War II or whatever. And I'm like, come on! I mean, like 2-time World War champions. Are you even trying Germany? It's just right there, right there to a freaking colonel.
Ooh, don't tempt them, Mama
Yeah.
Merkel.
Get her,
A certain
get
time
her
of the
back
month.
in the game.
I think she's Ooh. That would be like a Merkel, Mama Merkel as like a fucking like history villain. That'd be great. Let's book this. God, can we book this? Can we make Angela Merkel the Black Angela, the Black Angel of Germany?
Oh,
that would be perfect. Let's do this. I want my kids to grow up in a history book where it says Angela Merkel started World War III. Black Angela. Can we do this? No? Shit. NWO? I didn't ask for fucking Hulk Hogan Thunder Paris. I wanted the real NWO. Okay. Let's do it. I would say like how it's so silent because we have two people who are actually part of the NWO. Alex, who worked for Volition, and fucking Genovi, who makes his money off of sin.
Growing the narcotics for the NWO.
Yeah, growing sin and selling like sin slaughter.
I'm not ashamed of it.
I know you're not. You fucking sicko.
I love it. I love it, Genovi. Like your internet is just lagged enough that it makes you sound like you're really high right now.
Dude, he's smoking his product nowadays. You know what? He sold his soul. He went and did the fucking Top Hat Gaming Man video. He sold his soul, and he's like, "I did it."
Man, I can't wait for you to see my segment, and then see Ian's segment after it. I just hope that they run back to back, or at least his first. So,
well, mine, like I'm like 100% like kind of serious in mine, where you and fucking Yahel are like, fucking funny jokes.
You're like, CDI is one of the systems that get the most flack, blah blah blah. And do you like Huey Lewis the News? It's like what? Holy shit! Any memories of public?
Yeah, this is I don't think I've ever done anything where I try to crack a joke during a video, or at least not more than one joke in a video. This is definitely a different side.
That's good. Definitely have to check this out. Good old Genovia. I hope the joke was the CDI, and that was it. Oh! I stood up and clapped like Citizen Kane. Well, we'll have to see this. We'll just have to see this. And I know it's good.
You haven't seen this classic picture of Yahel going around from his segment?
I've seen. I got asked by Bob to caption a picture.
Oh, with the
and I did.
You talking about the one I went and like put like a fucking oil painting filter on? That one?
I saw multiple pictures, and Bob asked me to caption it, so I did. And I think my caption was, suspected spree killer, Reuters, suspected spree killer posts bizarre manifesto and photos before going on rampage. But when I was talking to Bob, I was like, you know what I wish I would have said? Just simply, would you fuck me? I'd fuck me. But no, what is this, oil painting?
No, well, yeah, he did a video segment for Top Hat Gaming Man where he's like talking to CDI, and he went and got like oh my god, what is it called?
He has like a plate and like a wine, right? Is that?
But yeah, like a big ass glass of wine, and then like a robe and all this stuff.
Yeah,
He's sitting there just talking about it. But like he has a picture where he's like posing. He's like basically like it looks like he's clinking wine glasses with the CDI. And I took a screenshot still of that, and I went and added a like an oil painting filter to it, and I like drew and gave him an eye patch. I was at work and I was using the drawing tablet I have, and I just added that shit to it. And this is great.
Okay, Yahel ain't around, so let's make it a pact. Everybody here, on the Skype or on the chat, never let Yahel live this down. That he dressed up in a bathrobe and he had wine
He's very
drink.
proud of it. He's
Very,
proud
he's
of
very
it.
It was quite hysterical. Let's see, someone asked, any memories of public access television? I've seen my first... I don't know, one of my first memories of public access was like a really interesting like guy who was clearly just high talking about glass blowing. Yeah, that was like one of my first memories. And this guy like was clearly just messed up, and he was like sitting there going like, "Oh, you gotta take this like butane lighter," and he's like melting glass and just blowing, and it was like really odd. Then another one I remember was like later in life, the first time these people were having this anime convention, and it was like the most just cringe-worthy thing I'd ever seen on television. But it was just people talking about an anime convention. I'm like, oh dear.
I could imagine. Do they all have like bad speech impediments and all
Yeah,
that?
yeah, like speech impediments. Clearly, like I could see the body odor just through the TV. I'm like, oh. But it was like one of those things where like, and then it was just exacerbated by the fact that like the local news just didn't understand anime at that time, so it was just really awkward, like having them ask questions about anime to people. It was so weird.
Can you explain anime?
What's anime?
You know, when I was living in Hawaii and growing up, the public access channel had this thing called Free Speech TV. I was like, "Oh, that sounds cool." So I watched it.
Oh boy!
And it was a guy banging a blow-up doll.
Oh god!
Free speech, baby.
Free Speech TV. So it was a guy banging a blow-up doll, and I remember watching that. It was just a bunch of weird random segments of like teenagers or whatever. Guys look like they could have fucking done Columbine, these fucking assholes, right? But there's a guy banging a blow-up doll in front of the camera, and I remember going to that public access channel every chance I had to watch more, and I never saw it again. So that's my fucking public access TV story. I was like 12 or 13, so I was at the right age.
Yeah.
I would pay for Alex Mejia to bang a blow-up doll during it.
during a live
I don't think Genovi was around, but I was saying like, hey, dude, we should apply for a fucking panel at fucking Portland and do like untold story or obscure stories in gaming history or something.
YouTubers we hate.
And then you get Alex to come in and randomly bang a blow-up doll during it.
What?
Everybody could have like a little story, right? It'd be pretty good. Maybe we get.
Hey, Jeremy, what's up, man?
Oh, there you go. Dixon's here. We were just talking about you.
Of course, we're gonna end the stream in like 7 minutes.
Yeah,
so
you
like,
could fly over and feed me too.
Hello, I'm Stika, and I'm going to fuck this blow-up doll. That's all. Okay. Oh shit.
Holy shit! Oh my god!
You just got that passport, and guess what? You're never gonna use it again. You got deported, son.
This is out of control. So many nutshots, I can't believe it.
let's see.
Seriously, it'd be cool to like apply for a camp or something. I don't know.
On a serious note, Joseph wants to know, serious question, how long on average do you think it takes you guys to turn around a video? I work in motion graphics, editing, and design, and the effort some videos have is mind-blowing.
I'd say for me, like if I spend like a month writing a script, and then I actually get to like work like audio editing it, and then working from there to actually like motion graphing, like doing. God, sorry, I'm drunk. Doing motion graphics. I'd say like for a 10-minute video, I will spend easily a week, like just a week working on a video, like maybe like 4 hours a night, like for just like 7 days. So like I can take some serious time on that.
Dude, like a 20-minute video equals 20 minutes of actual like work, right?
Yeah, that's how it totally how it works.
I've spent like over 100 hours on some videos, but you know.
That's crazy. So like for me, the
so you fit in one. It's like 50-something minutes long, and the game is I spent probably about 50-something hours playing. So that's even like
Y'all need to learn how to get smart and how you produce things because like
I watch
when I
Dreamcast
made
guy religiously. I'm smart.
no, but what I'm saying is like when I made the Monkey Island video, I was like, oh, this should only take 2 days, and I was upset with myself because it took 4.
That's good. I've not watched your Monkey
So
Island.
that's 8. That was like 6 hours a day. So 6 hours a day times 4.
Well, where can I watch this Monkey Island?
What channel is this on?
Human Interact.
The Human Interact. Okay.
Yeah.
I will watch that.
And it was only 8 minutes, and I was just like, man, I didn't hit 10, so like this will suck because like you have to have a 10-minute video, otherwise you're not cool on YouTube because the algorithm.
Ads. And that I guess
Well, I can't even put ads on my channel because it's like
It's too
we're all
small?
streaming. Yeah, we don't put a bunch of YouTube videos
yeah.
out.
Stupid.
Claim your own videos.
Yeah, I know. But the thing is, like, a lot of people, it's like, the funny thing is I made it, and then, like, YouTube didn't spread it around, and then, like, a year later, YouTube's, like, spreading it around now. It's like, okay, well.
Yeah, they just kind of pick and choose what they want to see happen.
Yeah, I know. I hear it a lot.
Historic Nerd, can you
Yeah,
green
so, Ian.
libraries?
Yes.
Perhaps. James Lipton. Yeah, sorry. What were you saying, Genovi?
I was just gonna ask Ian, like on his, Atari Genesis video that he did. How many hours do you think you put into that?
Oh God, way more than I probably should have. Let's see. The Atari Genesis video. I think I spent. I don't know. Once I got working on it, I find whenever I work on a video, I tend to get really obsessed. So I will like spend like I think that one was probably like easily like 15 to 20 hours of me just sitting there doing motion graphic stuff. But I don't know. It was more probably me like planning out stuff I wanted to do. I can't imagine much of that was hard. I found like the play cable video I just did was more effort intensive just because I was like sitting there like, but that had more of the fact to do. I found a YouTuber by the name of Deckel, who I had helped me out with some like technical aspects of that, and that was like the majority of the work on that one. But the funny thing was I was like beginning to edit that one, and then I did like a week-long military thing I had to do. And I came back and I actually forgotten some of the work I had done. I'm like, oh, cool. And so I forgotten a lot of the motion graphics I had done on that one.
Well, for personal reasons, I'm sure it's all good.
Yeah.
But you know what? Even though how YouTube's been these days.
But here we go.
I will say,
go ahead and put this.
Joseph putting some serious work into his videos, by the way. Colin Swinburne wants some sense in editing video and audio. There you go. That's a little beautiful little fireplace.
If you guys are cold, here's a little
That's
fireplace
beautiful.
for you. Put this right over here.
Feel that warm and sunny.
There you go. Right there. Let's put it right behind me. Put it right. Let me do this.
I miss having a fireplace.
Let's put it right here, and I'll just go like, put it behind myself, and I'll just put myself on fire.
Is this where you burned all the pictures of those girls that we were hanging out with at Portland? We took those little Polaroids.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
So the wife doesn't find out about it. There you go. You look like you're in hell right now. So,
oh yeah,
it's perfect.
But here, I just finished a 3.
So you have horns that are on fire.
There's 3 1-minute videos for a big alcohol client. Oh my God, yeah. I can imagine, like, if you do this, Yost, if you do this stuff professionally, I could see how that would take a considerable amount of effort to make a video like that.
Oh yeah, all the production.
For me, or like it's very, I would say like what I do motion graphics wise is very basic, and I spend probably way more time on it than I should. But yeah, but there's some like really talented guys out there.
You just have to like use the Genovi method though, and pop out more kids to help you with that stuff. That's my favorite.
Got a
It's like it's like the new instead of like here's the
I
ironic
mean, it works
thing.
really good.
It does. Because like here's the ironic thing. Like my grandma had like 7 or 8 siblings, and my grandpa had like 16, and it was all to work on farms, right? But you actually work on farms, but your kids aren't working on the farms for you. They're editing your videos, doing the voiceover, doing the After Effects, doing the social media. It's crazy, right?
Running the Patreon for me.
Running the Patreon, doing all the fucking wet T-shirt contests. I mean, it's crazy. What are you, Genovi? You had it solved the whole time. But here's the thing: like, most people who do YouTube videos, they can't even have one kid, much less several. So they just pay Chinese.
Look at Slacker, like, yeah, hell, no kids at all, not even a wife,
Disgusting.
just a girlfriend, and he can't even get videos out on a regular basis. Absolutely disgusting.
I know, right? And he has YouTube brand managers. What is he doing? Blowing them? What the fuck? Disgusting. I'm glad he's not here because I'm sure he'd have some words about that. I don't want to hear him.
So,
Jeremy
Colin,
Dixon,
if
what
you're
you
serious
miss?
about making a video, my number one recommendation, if you're absolutely serious about making something and you don't know where to start, is get a piece of software and then get on YouTube and watch some beginner tutorials on editing something and follow along. And that's the best way to learn something. And then try to discuss some sort of content. I mean, you just have to start. You put it off for 10 years and never do anything.
Yeah, I will tell you this. Like, I remember watching a long time ago. I was very late to the AVGN party. I don't think I watched any of his shit until 2012. But I watched his Barbie video where he like edited his video together. I was like, oh shit, that's easy. So the next year I bought some software. And I tried to make a video. And you don't want to replicate my videos, but it's easy to do. Colin has made a few videos. I think where he's talking to a camera. You can also do that. That's fine. It works. One of my favorite YouTubers, I guess you could say it, but also because he's like a friend, is Johnny Millennium. He mostly just talks in front of a camera and edits shit in. But, you know, it depends on what kind of things you want to do. Colin is an Australian nationalist and a racist and a misogynist and a homophobe, though. But he wants to do, like, PAL-focused games, and which is, like, ew. Like, what would you want to focus on the genital warts that I have? What the fuck? You want to do PAL fucking shit, then, I mean, yeah, just do your thing. It's very easy. There's so much stuff online now, like tutorials on YouTube
I don't
itself.
see. What's his show called? Or does he have a... Because he doesn't have any videos on his channel.
PAL Perspective.
Holy crap, dude! I'm subscribed to that guy. He only has one video out. It was really.
Oh, I think he had 2 in the past, but maybe he deleted one because he said like George Bush doesn't care about black people or something. He's like, it's too controversial.
Okay, guys. Well, the stream's been going for about 4 hours. So I'm gonna go ahead and end it here.
Holy shit, man!
Interrupt you guys. But definitely want to thank everybody for dropping by and hanging out as long as they have. But apparently, in probably about 6 hours or so, Jimmy will be picking up again. So I'm gonna try and wake up and rejoin that stream.
Hey, can I plug my shit?
Yeah,
really
absolutely.
All right, so tomorrow night I'm going to be playing Jackbox for the YouTube Adventure Roundtable. We're going to be raising money for Able Gamers. So I'll be streaming that on Yar Adventure. It's be on another channel, so I'll need to link it in here.
Sure.
I'll put the website in there.
Yeah, link it in there. Sure. And then in so about 6 hours or so, Jimmy will be streaming.
Yeah, come join me.
Yeah, so join him. I'll try. I'm probably gonna wake up because my daughter wakes up like a monster anyway in probably about 6 hours. So I'll be groggy, but I'll come and join and try and get day drunk with Jimmy. So it'll be great.
Yeah, Bob should be around too, unless
hell yeah.
He's still fucked up from last weekend.
And Jimmy, you gotta get on my stream.
I'm gonna get him started
someday.
Yeah, and then maybe Genovi will drop by. We'll see.
No, I definitely want to drop. I'm gonna drop by, and I'm gonna get Bob so wound up talking about Adam Corlett.
Oh, please, yeah.
Please. I gotta make a list.
Yeah.
I gotta make a list.
Give me Blacklist.
Excuse me.
So actually, really quickly, for all y'all who are like in time zones where you're like, I'm awake, I think that Yar Venture 24-hour stream starts in like 2 hours. So like I will be on in 22 hours emceeing Quiplash so y'all can play. Y'all can jump in and donate money for Able Gamers. It'll be a good cause.
Yeah. But all right, but definitely want to thank you guys for dropping by and hanging out as long as you have. Hope you guys have a fantastic evening, day or night, and catch you later.
Cheers, everyone.
All right. Bye.